Hey Gail, how you doing? What's cooking? You're welcome to join if you want. Let me know if you want the link. Uh-oh, I gotta you. There we go. StreamYard. What you doing, Gail? Are you still at work? What time is it? Oh, you probably got another hour. What are you doing? You're supposed to be at work. What's cooking? You have a good day? Oh, country sales. Hey, hey. How is the land of Oz? I'm just listing you guys. I just I'm probably going to stay on for about an hour or two. I don't know, but probably an hour. I need to eat in a little bit. That kitchen is a wreck. Hope you guys are having a good day. Are you guys listening too? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. So, I'm sorry. You're going to hate me, small town picker. Remind me your first name again. I'm like, just ask Gail. I probably had to ask her 100 times. She's in here too. Say hi to her. You're working, yes, sir. Gail, you say, or you're listing. If you're listing, hop on. I'll put the link. You're welcome to jump in. We'll do this as a test run. I'm just listing books and stuff. Hey, Aaron, welcome back. Good to see you, man. James, what? Can you stay on until 6 a.m.? I don't think so, buddy. I ain't going to do it. No. Oh, you just got done listing for the day out country? Okay. Remind me your name one more time. Just type it in the thing there. Oh, it's okay. Here, I'll put the link in if one of you guys want to jump in. Hold on, let me just figure out what I'm doing. Hey. Hey. All right. I'm going to stay on for a little bit. It's Amber. Okay, thank you, Amber. Appreciate you. I'm sorry. And you know what? Sometimes I get the names mixed up, like we're like a similar word or something like that, and then it's like, do I know you from where? Why is that name like this? All right, James. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna see if this is worth crap for Hill. Mickey's Gourmet Cookbook. Pick stuff up for a quarter. You know, I'm scanning here, so keep talking, you guys. I'm gonna check in once in a while. Gail, hop on. Come on. James is from Texas. Gail, do you know James? He's the secret identity called Storage Scavenger. Storage Scavenger. eBay. I listed a bunch today. I mean, for me, it's a bunch. I really didn't list a lot compared to others. Hey, who else is here? I just saw Wendy. Yeah. Hi, Wendy. Thank you for understanding, Amber. I'm sorry. I'm so bad. So we got Wendy, we got Gail, we got James in here. Happy to see you guys. I hope you guys are having a good day. I really do. I don't know. Something got into me where I'm like, I went on Eric OBX's OBX Pickers channel. Time flew and I was like listing and wrapping packages and sending offers and just, shooting the breeze. I'm going to write it down, Amber, because I really am bad. Michael, this is the auction. I'm writing notes to myself, you guys. You ever do that? I need to get like a YouTube book binder and just keep little notes to myself. James jumped on. Oh, James, what? James jumped on one of my. Oh, did you? Yeah. Okay, so you guys are from the. Cool. 2 Texans. 3 Texans. You guys want to jump in? Let me know. Watch this look. Let me know. Wendy, when are you going to jump in? James. And then James says, I'm sorry. I guess I could be pushing this button thing, but I forgot you got to do it from StreamYard versus. So I have a pop-up from YouTube, so I don't have to go to the YouTube channel. So the pop-up, so I can read your chat, but then I can do this. Watch this magic. And it says, doing good. Got some. Oh, the Betty Crockers can do good. What? Give her $20. And are you sure? Because, well, it has to be specific ones. Yeah. It's a notes. I hear you, Amber. There's somebody named Victoria. She does. She's now got 2 channels. One is her last name, and it's like Zenglang or something like that. And probably messing her name up. She was on my show yesterday with Louie and I on the Monday's Mindful Merchants or Mindful Merchants. You guys check it out on Monday. Come and see us. And then this Sunday is my last episode with Trish, better known as Nana Tink Treasure. She's a wonderful lady. She's so wise. She's got so much information. You guys are awesome. You guys always show up to these shows, and so you guys make it delightful. I'm happy to know you guys. Congratulations, James. I hope you sell that. I hope you sell it for more. Did I tell James? I think we talked about this. Did you know about that cookbook from Louie's? If you ever see a 50th anniversary, grab it. It went from $150 to $250. I'll tell you the story another day. Got kids all over me right now. Oh, that's cool. Is your daughter with you? Led to particular edition, and printing was one of the higher ones. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, do your homework. I know you do. But it's like the dad of me going, she snagged it. She better let you sell it. Country sales. All right. Let's see if Mickey's worth. Actually, I got to quit getting scatterbrained. I got to get organized and get all my stuff. I need like 2 spaces that are clear so I can get piles of stuff. So I probably got cookbooks in my car. I got cookbooks in other boxes. I got cookbooks piled all over the place. And I find that when you lot them up, they do better, especially those old vintage ones, and just put them in an auction and just let somebody go nuts on it, What do you mean What do you mean that she snagged it? You mean like she's trying to keep that Betty Crocker cookbook, James? What are you talking about? Explain, Lucy. You guys got quiet. All right, I'm gonna go back to listing. You mean snagged it for you guys? Okay, so I'm sorry. Very confused. Hey, James, you guys, hey, Jennifer. Hi, guys. So it looks like everybody in here, except for Small Town Picker. Let me get you I'm adding you, it's Amber, right? Yeah. I'm adding you as a moderator. So drop your link if you didn't already do that, but you're now a moderator. Hi, Jennifer. How are you doing? It's good to see you here. I'm always excited to see you in chat. You're a breath of fresh air. You're like one of the few that just kind of like makes things go so smoothly, when people are like trying to focus on things and lives and blah, blah, blah. Did you hear that beep? So, James, you were there that day. Let me give me a yes or no, James. Storage Scavenger. Let me know. Were you there that day? I did a live on Instagram, and I don't go on Instagram to do lives that often, but I was in that. I wasn't at a Goodwill. I was at what's the other one? I'm just having a brain fart right now. But I bought all these Willie Nelson shirts, and I bought like 40, and I'm down. I bought like 40, 45, 46, and I'm down to like probably like 35 left, maybe. I don't know, like 36. I sold enough. I got my return on investment, my ROI. And yet, I remember you being there, James, and when I was doing the live, and everybody was like, "You better get them." Yeah, Willie shirts. Yeah, you were the one. You were actually the first one to say it, but then remember the Resale Brothers. By the way, you guys, I know I'm plugging some friends, but they're really good guys, and they're starting. They only have 100. Jennifer, if you see the Resale Brothers, put them in the link and ask that if just a few of you guys, if you haven't subscribed, they're really good guys. They did an interview with me, and after that, I went to Salvation Army, and like James said, James was like, buy them all, but because we confirmed that these were legitimate, they were officially licensed, and they were the name on the bottom of it. The guys called the Resale Brothers. They're 2 brothers I met. Said, we know the wife. One of them worked for the wife of one of the brothers that has the official licensing commercial company for Willie Nelson since the 1970s. So when I bought these, I found out, James, there's another guy in Austin that's competing with me trying to sell those same shirts. And long story short, he's selling for less than me and he's not selling them. And I'm selling them. And because I made a better picture. It's all about the details in your listing. So, yeah. So I sold about 6 now. My return on investment's back. I sold them for like $25 a pop. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, you're so sweet. Love you. You're awesome. So if you guys actually watch them, do you guys like down to earth, chill kind of guys that are just like dudes, but they're really, the first 2 you can see they're kind of getting the feel of like how they do like a podcast, like they'll have their microphone set up and this and that. On their 8th episode, so coming this week, they should have, if they follow their line, they should have a 9th one. But I'm just trying to help them out. They're a couple local guys. When you watch the interview with me, you can see they're just like, yeah, we're chill. James would know it. They're Austin. They're just kind of, they're Texas folk. They're just good guys. They're just good old boys. And they just want to do and they're really good at what they do. I mean, they're really, really good at reselling. Some of them said they're starting pretty new, Send some to Willie and ask him to auto. Damn. You know what, Gail? If I can get him to do that, Willie's pushing in the 90 years old, and I actually put a few aside. I was a little greedy. I need to do that with the extra large because everybody's only buying the extra large right now. I sold my 2XL. I sold 1X, 2XL, and I sold my 3XL. It's gone. But everybody's big boys are buying it. And when Willie passes away, I thought about that. It's kind of a morbid thought, isn't it? What are you guys going to do for the weekends? Anybody got plans? You got any strategies for, something else sold. Woo-woo! So another Halloween costume, which I'm going to try to list while I'm here with you guys. I have something that nobody else has, and I'm waiting the last minute, but I'll send it priority. Put it on there. It's, let me go grab this. Man, I'm selling like crazy. This is good. I need to make that money. Who's getting behind on their bills? Sold another Willie. That's awesome. Feeling blessed. It's all about just listing, you guys. It's just about listing. What'd you say? Willie Nelson, 87, did you say? Yeah, you're right. He's 87. Oh, I'm glad you guys are meeting each other and talking. Yeah, you guys... I couldn't have a better crowd right now in my live right now. I know it's just a few of us. I'm assuming it's the only ones I see. And Gail says, Mom is turning 80, so I'm going to see her. You better. I need to go see my mom. I missed an opportunity, but I had those lives and stuff. So Gail, I'm probably going to put that thing off that project I was telling you about. So having guests on, I may not do it in November. I'm feeling stressed out just doing 2 lives, and it's like I'm seeing my listing suffering, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. Hey, is that Joe? Joe, what do you know? I know he's like, don't say that. Joe, what do you know? You guys know Joe? Subscribe to the Philly Picker. He is a can of firecrackers on the East Coast. Let me tell you, he is the shebang. I couldn't meet a nicer guy. He's always polite, stuff like that. Anyone trying to build their YouTube channel, check out my new, what does it say? My new channel discussing on how to grow on YouTube. All right, James, you guys hear that? I put it up. You guys bookmark it. Come see James when you can. He's got some really sharp tips. I like your perspectives, James. You always have some really good input. You got, good stuff. Old as dirt. Well, when you've been around as experienced as Willie, probably smoked a lot of dirt too. Okay, see, Wendy says Wendy's going to do, I just skip it. This thing's hopping now. You're going to do yard sales this weekend, weather permitting. I tell you what, Wendy, I went last weekend. It was drizzly and everybody, it seemed like they didn't want to go out. I hit a garage sale between 9 and 10, which is like, you think everything would be gone. Found 3 video game systems, tools, a box full of like antique vintage little cars, brand new vans, and a book full of basketball cards. I skipped the football and baseball, and I opened it, and they had 1989 and 1990. Guess who was in it? Michael Jordan cards and a bunch of other like old school from the 90s. So go when it rains is what I'm trying to say. Go, go, go. Jennifer says, hey, Joe. Amber says, no worries. Pressure. Under pressure. Is that like a song by Queen and David Bowie? Look at this guy. I mean, Philly Picker is being sponsored by Jennifer Hayes, none other than. Joe, you guys, if you guys want to come on, I'll throw the link. You can come, even if you just want to say hi real quick and pop out. I don't care. I'm cool like that. Jennifer says I'm not cool, but that's okay. I'm gonna get away with being cool. Jennifer's gonna come on my live one day. She's gonna come on. She doesn't want to admit it. She's coming, whether she likes it or not. I'm trying to paste into StreamYard and it's not working. I don't know what I'm doing. Woo woo. Here it is. Anybody want to say hi? Hey, Aaron. I'm getting all pretty. Aaron's like, I'm getting all pretty. You gonna hop on, Aaron? You guys are hilarious. What's this, Jennifer? You're recuperating from getting screws in my wrist. Oh, do you have carpal tunnel? Is that what it is? Is it replacements, or are you getting fixed up, or is it from an injury? Well, sorry, didn't mean, no ask, don't tell. I hope you get better. Everybody, send Jennifer Hayes a private heart message right now. Let's drop it. Boom. Send her some love. Give her this positive energy. Boom. All right, I'm dropping mine at Jennifer Hayes. Send you some love. Oh, shoot. You broke it last night? No wonder why you said you weren't doing good. I'm sorry. You guys, everybody, give her a heart. Give her a heart. Give her a heart. Send you good energy. Girl, you need to take care of yourself. Be careful. Surgery Friday. Oh, I'm sorry, Jennifer. We're going to, on Friday, what time? Is it going to be a.m. you're going to do the surgery? I'll light a candle for you. I'm old school like that. It was yesterday. James knows. I don't even know what's wrong with me. Good Lord. I'm trying to stay off of YouTube. Look at that. Amber sent you 2 hearts, not just one. She gave you 2. What's this? Oh, broke my. What's that? I broke my Anton both sides. What's Anton? What? I'm getting confused. Oh, I feel your pain. Oh my Lord, y'all are just falling apart. Look, Regina. Hi. Good to see you. You guys, subscribe to Regina right now. Regina Michelle cooks the best fish. I mean, like, she makes me so angry. I watch her cooking, and then she'll do her like reselling video, and then she's like, this is so good. I'm like, all right, 12. I'm gonna, on what time, Jennifer? Y'all say a prayer for Jennifer right here. 12:30 Eastern time. Stop what you're doing around noontime. If you can do it like between 12 and 12:30. Y'all send some good energy to Jennifer. She's gonna get a little mini operation on her wrist. She's gonna become the bionic woman, and she's gonna have. This is you guys. This is important. Pray, because you know what? You ain't gonna have somebody moderating, dropping your links in there. So y'all better be nice to Jennifer. Give her some good energy. I'm serious. I'm not playing. I'll kick all you out of here. Okay. Enjoy your day, Joe. I hope your son has fun doing the soccer. Thank you. I appreciate your support, brother. Thank you, Joe. If you're already gone, if not, see you later, bro. I know. I'm bummed out for you, Jennifer. Look, you guys, this guy makes the best tape dispensers. I didn't go to the post office today, so I'm hoping they better be holding it. It probably got there yesterday, like I said, so. I'm hoping I got to go back and check, bro. I'll let you know when it comes in. it's too late for me to go to the post office right now. They already shut down, which means if I get the yellow card, I got to go tomorrow and go get it. So I'm not going to go twice. Yeah, but, well, maybe you're good at it, but you better be careful with that wrist. I mean, it's going to be a little harder for you, right? What do you got, 3 arms? And everybody can help you too. Regina, let me look on here. Does Regina have a blue wrench? Okay, good. Punisher Woodworking. He's in the house. What's not? Man, StreamYard is slow. I see it on the other thing. I don't know what's going down. There he is. Okay, guys. All right. Talk amongst yourself for a couple minutes. Whoop, whoop. Just sold some vintage elves in eBay. What do you mean? It described in there, like, Amber, what do you mean? Are they ceramic? Are they elf on the shelf? Well, they're vintage. Like what year? Just curious. I'm going to see about listing something. You guys. I sold a couple things too. It's large. You ain't got no choice. That's all I got. I am trying to list a cookbook. It's not bad. $7. Did anything sell? Comps? Nice. Nice. Wow. See, I've had this book here all week. If I would have listed this week, what is today? On the 18th, if I would have listed this 2 days ago, I would have got $10 for this. No, $11 for this book. That's what happens when you let stuff sit around. And it may be a while. No, it's selling pretty regularly. It's good. I'm going to list it. I'm going to list it. Say what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to steal a picture too. Because I'm lazy like that. Do it on the phone while I'm talking to y'all. Oh, the kind of like elves in the shelves. Yeah, cool. Oh, it's a vintage one. Nice. Hey, Simon's in the house, you guys. Here's another reseller from Texas. We're packing it in here. Got to represent the Lone Star State. Simon, what's cooking, man? If you want to pop on for a couple minutes, let me know. I'll throw up the StreamYard. I saw a picture and got one. Now, what I do, Amber, the only pictures I'll take from eBay, I'm sneaky like this. I take the ones that are sold, and if the person's not reselling, like if like they'll have multiples, and then that's their picture. I respect that. Oh, cool. From the 60s, 70s, maybe. Simon's in the house, y'all. Not much. Almost done for the day. Wrap it up, bro. Wrap it up. I'm just trying to list. I'm just want to get some stuff done and say hi to you guys. I really appreciate you guys keeping everybody company and just getting to know the community a little better. I'm really happy. A couple of you guys I've gotten to know a little bit better. Aaron, I think Aaron and I were on last night, and so we getting that money. Got to get that money, y'all. That money. All right, I'm going to list this. Sell one like this. Let's go. And I guess if I could take a picture, I don't have to be lazy. I'll take my own picture. Then I could show all the damage. There's no damage. I'll just say it's sticky residue from the price tag. They're going to be like, why didn't you take it out? You guys have any opposition to having a thumb, like our finger or digit, like holding up like an object and taking a picture? There's James. Hey, James. There's your sweetheart. There's your sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart.
Morning.
Can she see herself?
Oh, yeah. That's why she's trying to grab herself.
Are you trying to grab herself, or are you going to try to grab me? Huh? Are you with Daddy today? She's like, yes, I am. How you doing, man? You doing good today?
Yeah, we didn't have a nurse today, so I've had her most of the day. So.
Okay.
But we're doing good.
Okay. One of those you had to rearrange the schedules today?
Oh yeah. Like I'm supposed to be doing a live in like 4 hours, and I've done absolutely nothing to prepare for it because I've had her all day.
Well, that's part of the game, bro. It's hard. I know.
Yep.
You heard, yeah. I mean, not OBX. Old school picker when he was in your live. Did you hear? A lot of compliments, man. Good old Chris.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
But so you just basically when you're there, you're just trying to just balance everything, right?
Oh yeah. My whole life is about playing a balancing act and juggling everything. And some days I drop all the balls, and some days I don't.
But you know what? That's what it is. You just got to roll with. You just got to ride the tide, my brother. I know you're doing your best. You're always. It's hard.
You got to take things one day at a time and just keep moving forward. And
you got food. You got food in your freezer. You're good. As long as you can pay your rent, just do your best.
Yep. Some days we're barely doing that, though.
I know. Maybe one day there'll be another storage locker waiting for you, with some goodies in it.
Well, right now I got to make room to put it. That's what I'm working on.
Okay. Well, I mean, even if you're there, just try to do a draft or just, I know it's hard. You can't do it all. She's just doing her thing. I'm just trying to list. I've been motivated all day. I don't know if you saw, I was on Eric's channel today earlier. OBX.
I missed that one.
Well, he's been doing them pretty steady every other Tuesday or when he can, because what it is, he's got life stuff too, and he's just trying to, you know what I mean? So he does them on. I'll get off. Sometimes I don't even say anything. We'll just mumble in the background. And I listed a bunch today, and yeah, it was kind of crazy. Like I got my T-shirts out. I made my return on investment on those. Now I'm just gonna lower the price and move them. You know what I mean? I'm just catching up with what they're saying in the chat. There's so much going on.
I'm on my phone, so I can't see the chat. So
I'll put up a few.
But yeah, the downside is we do our lives every Tuesday, and the reason we do our lives Tuesday nights, one is because it was an open slot. There was nobody else going live when we started doing it there. But two, it's late enough that Jessica can join me on the live. She likes joining me on the live streams, and the audience likes her joining us on the live streams. But if I do it any earlier than that, one of us has to have the kids. So we have to get the kids to sleep in order for her to be able to join me on the lives. So that's why we do ours at 10 o'clock at night. I know it's late for a lot of people, and we could probably pull a bigger crowd if we did it earlier, but then it would just be me. And
it's so hard with the logistics.
It's a lot easier doing the live streams with two people.
Well, yeah. If you can do that where you go, hey, I got to go to the bathroom or I got to get a drink or whatever, It's like, here, just.
Well, yeah, and it's a lot more engaging when you have a conversation going up on the panel instead of just one person talking and rambling on. Hey, Joy.
Like I was, really.
Yeah.
Buying Spaces here. Hey, how you doing? Welcome.
Hey, Buying Space. Oh, my goodness.
I get all my names mixed up with everybody. So bad. Like
I've got a bunch of names down, but there's still a bunch of people that I get confused on who's who. And then there's some people that don't want to be called by their real name. So it's keeping
it's hard to be mindful.
The ones that want to be called by their YouTube name instead of their channel name or instead of their real name, because there's several people I know their real name, but they don't want to be called by their real name. They want to be called by their YouTube name. I actually got
as long as you know. I mean, I haven't run up against that yet, but yeah, if I know somebody doesn't want to, I just say, okay, let me know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but it's keeping track of it. I mean, I've got 300 or 400 people that I follow right now, and it's hard to keep track of who everybody is
Oh yeah.
sometimes.
Gail, I didn't know that Gail was Lone Star Girl or something like that. She said a little while ago. Did you see that?
No, I can't see the chat at all. So
Well, you can read it when I
she was
post
small
it.
town picker whenever I met her. So
This is what she said. Can you read it now with the picture?
Lone Star Gal 100 before I changed it. Yeah, see, she was small town picker when I first met her. So
Okay. I just happened to read that. I didn't know. She's Lone Star
yeah, I
Gal.
didn't know that either. But I mean, I have channels that are not this one, but I have channels that I've changed my name 4, 5, 6 times over the years. And
Hey, Pick with
like
Joy.
honestly, the channel, the new channel that I just started, it's not actually new. I've had that channel for like 4 years, but it had other types of content on there that wasn't anywhere near relevant to what I'm doing now. So I removed all the old content
You did.
and focusing, and it was a channel that I never really did anything with. I put a few videos up there, but I never really pursued building the channel or doing anything with it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of those. If you actually search my name, none of my current channels actually show up. The channels that show up are 10-year-old channels that I did a long time ago. I can't even access them to take them down anymore.
I heard you
And
saying that. That's why I was wondering, like the other day, where let me make a small. This is like too big.
see, I've been on YouTube since 2010. So
Oh,
I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. It's just not staying in one place and not just doing one thing. I've been all
now
over the
you
place.
will. Now you will.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
well, I'm trying to stay more intentional. And honestly, I love the reselling community, and I love what I'm doing with the reselling community with my scavenger channel. And I'll probably keep it going kind of as a part-time thing. But
Okay.
my goal, honestly, is to make the new channel basically my full-time business and kind
Well,
of doing the
that would be a nice
side.
venture. You know.
Yeah,
Build it up.
and part of it's
Build it up.
because one, I've been involved in YouTube and social media and content development for over 10 years, and when I go and listen to these other channels on what they're doing, I'm sitting here listening to some of the things they're saying that's nothing new to me. I was teaching that 10 years ago. It really hasn't changed that much, but
No,
there's
but
a lot
there's
of
always
people
stuff to
that
learn, right?
are
You
trying
don't
to
think?
learn it, and it's like what a lot of the stuff like this video I did this morning. I did it yesterday, but I just posted it this morning on how to build engagement. It's the same strategy I was teaching people 10 years ago to build engagement with their blogs and with Facebook and using forums and commenting on other people's blogs 10 years ago. The same strategy. The only difference is the technology's changed. The
Okay.
specific place we're going have changed. But the same philosophy and the same strategy is working today that worked 10 years ago. Because it's evergreen.
Just
It
got to
doesn't.
keep up with the technology and maybe put little different twists on it and just grow and learn. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a second? Is that a second child's voice?
Yeah, we have two.
I
I've
didn't know
got
that.
Emily, she's 7, and then we have Jesse. He's over there in his chair. He's
Oh, I didn't know.
19
I didn't
months.
know about Jesse. I didn't know about Jesse.
Oh yeah, he's been on a few of my videos.
I
They
never.
both love being on camera. They love it when they get to sit on my lap and be on the camera.
Oh,
He's
cool. I
probably
didn't
throwing a
know.
fit because he's not getting any camera time.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know about him. Okay. I thought you just had
Yeah.
the one.
Oh no. We actually have 3. The oldest one is 19 and he doesn't want anything to do with my YouTube channel, so we
He's
keep him
like,
off.
no. He's
Since
like, no.
he's old enough to make that decision for himself and he doesn't want to, so we don't really talk about him that much. But he's still here. He's still around.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Robin just went live.
I just noticed that too. It just popped up. She's been, yeah. I was trying to get a hold of her. She's a hard person to get a hold of. I was trying to get her to surprise Victoria the other day, and then we just didn't get. We just crossed wires or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the best way to get a hold of her You have to
It's Facebook.
bag her to give you her phone number because she does not check her emails but about once a week, and she doesn't check her Facebook but
I
about
just
once a week.
found out. I just found out because I
You
was
know,
like,
I was in Dallas trying to hook up with her last week, and she
yeah.
had told me, I told her like a week and a half before when I was going to be there, and I'd sent her an email saying, hey, shoot me your number so that we can hook up. Well, she sent me her number while I was in Dallas at like
Oh.
11 o'clock at night because she finally
That
checked
sounds
her
like
email.
she's a night owl. I've only seen her go live usually late, and then she's all the way up in the early morning, and that's why I'm surprised to see her now. Oh, today's Tuesday. That's the
Yeah, she does that show with Veronica,
oops.
Adventures in Reselling. Veronica.
Yikes! I forgot
They're
about
doing
that.
a
Promoted it
5
yesterday.
o'clock news show.
Oops! They're probably like, "Why is Louie live?" Oops! Sorry.
But yeah, we're actually gonna be back up in Dallas on November the 5th and 6th, and she and I are trying to hook up for that one. Now I have her phone number, so now I can actually call her and set everything up. Hi, Penny.
All right, pick with Joy. I'll call you Joy. I'll probably forget your real name. Penny Day says hi. Yeah. And then Jay Marie's here. Hey,
I know
Jay.
her real name, but she's one I don't call her by her real name, even though I know it. Because
Yeah.
you know, when you do auctions, you know everybody's name because you have their address and all that info. See, this is the little one.
Hey there, little one.
He's 18 months old. 19 months old.
What up, dude? What up?
Say hi. You
What
want to say hi?
What up?
He just got done having a little snack. His face
Did
is
you have a
covered in
snack?
peanut butter.
Right on. And you got your hands full then.
Oh, yeah. We got the two little ones, and Mom's busy. She's been on the phone almost all day trying to take care of
Business.
medical stuff and just one thing after another. Between her medical issues and our daughter's medical stuff, she's been on the phone almost all day long with medical stuff.
I don't know how y'all do it. That's amazing. You guys are amazing, you know.
Well, see, that's one of the things is, you know, a lot of people don't know. Like, my daughter has 12 specialists. And the thing is, some of these specialists don't even work in the same hospital. That's why we have to go up to Dallas. A couple of her specialists are up in Dallas.
I'm telling you, dude, Houston is so much closer, and Houston has more hospitals. I would look into it. Have her look in Houston. I don't know. I'll be right back.
Well, the reason why the ones in Dallas are the specialists that specialize in her particular brain deformity, and the top specialist in the world is the Scottish Rite Hospital up in Dallas. And because of that, we go up there to see some of their doctors for a few of her issues that are related to her neurology. But with all these specialists, they don't communicate. Even the ones that are in the same hospital, they don't communicate. So my wife basically got the
competition or what?
Huh?
Are they competition?
No, they're specialists that specialize in different areas of her different disabilities. But because I don't know the way their systems are set up, and for some reason they don't ever talk to each other. So basically, my wife has to. Anytime something changes, we have to call all the different specialists, explain to them what the other specialists are doing, what's going on. We have to coordinate all that, and we have no medical background. So half the time, we're just hoping we're giving them the right information because, you know, and we've gotten really good at it over 7 years. But still, there's still, I mean, a lot of terminology and a lot of new things that come up that we don't have any clue what we're talking about. But we're having to try to explain it to the other specialists and the other doctors.
Do you think some of it has to do with HIPAA laws and other things, and just some of them they're just not related to each other, so they don't really talk? Could it be several things?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with it because we have releases signed with them that they can, you know, share information with the other specialists and stuff. We have paperwork filed where they can do it, but they still don't. So we still have to take it upon ourselves to do a lot of that cross communication. And like a lot of it, like the ones that are all in the same hospital, they can actually pull up all of her records from that hospital, but half
Yeah.
the time they don't, and we still have to sit there and tell them everything.
Do you think they're swamped or they're just lazy or what is it? Just
I don't know. It's just poor system management, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how it works. We're just muddling through it. And then it's also on top of that, she's on Medicaid and she's on several uh, programs because of her disabilities and because she's a minor with a lifetime
yeah.
disability. She's on several special programs through Medicaid and through the government, and so we have to coordinate everything with them. And like when we take these trips to Dallas, we have to coordinate everything with Medicaid, and then we have to fight them tooth and nail for them to do what they're supposed to do, so that when we get there, we have what we're supposed to need and everything's taken care of. Because
Hey, did you
you got
see
to realize
this?
her medical bills for 1 month is more than I made last year for
Wow.
just one
Did
month.
you read this from Wendy? It,
Yep,
it's
that's exactly right, and that's the way it is. The one doctor that does the best is
Thanks
her
for sharing that,
pediatrician.
Wendy. Thank you. Oh, here's
Her
another.
pedi-
She says, parents, we have to be advocates for our kids and disabled family members. Well, I don't know if you do you know about Old School Picker?
Yeah.
He's got a special needs son, right?
Uh huh. Yeah, he and I've chatted about it.
That's so awesome.
Actually, one of the YouTube channels, one of the many YouTube channels that my wife and I have dabbled in over the years is called the Prosperous Caregivers, and it's caregivers for special needs kids.
That's
Is
awesome. I love to hear about stuff like that.
our
Yeah.
stuff was. We're not really doing anything with it. It's one of our eventual plans is we're going to start doing our show on there again. We were doing basically a weekly show where we were just talking about our struggles and what we're doing to overcome them and some of the things that we've learned, some of the issues that we've come up with, some of the like we did a lot of financial stuff. We almost went into bankruptcy a couple of years ago, about 5 years ago, and we got involved in Dave Ramsey's plan and got out of debt and started doing a lot of the stuff and got on some of these programs that are helping us with the financial aid and stuff. And so we were teaching and sharing our experiences, sharing how what we had to go through to get on those programs. And because like she's on what is called the Medically Dependent Children's Program here in Texas. We applied for that program the day after she was born because we knew about it before she was born. So we put in our application for that program the day after she was born. She
You got
just
your
got
ducks in a
for
row, right?
Huh?
You got your ducks in a row.
Yeah, but she just got in that program last year. In fact, that's when I started my scavenger business was because she finally got approved for that program, and the me building a business wouldn't affect her benefits. Because that's one of the things. Like before she got on that program, all of her benefits, because she's a minor, were based on the household income. So if I made too much money, she would lose her benefits, and what we would lose was more than I could make.
That
And so we stalled on putting our business out there until she got approved for that program. One of the benefits of that MDCP program is her benefits are now dependent on her income. She's treated as an adult when it comes to government benefits. So it's based on her own personal income instead of the household income.
Interesting.
So since she doesn't work and she has no income, she gets her full benefits, Medicaid, for until she turns 18.
And even she'll probably still, yeah. That's amazing. Weird.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, even on private insurance, we couldn't afford her medical bill.
Yeah. They're singing.
So, and we would have never gotten free of that now without that aid, without some of the help that we've gotten through some of those programs. And that's like one of the things that we talked about through that channel and through our podcast and the stuff that we did at that channel was talking about our journey getting out of debt, talking about, what we had to go through to get on some of these government programs. And, we've had some of the things that we've had. We had to actually hire a lawyer to get her on disability, SSI. And she was permanently disabled from the second she was born. She was disabled, and we still had to hire a lawyer just because the way the government is set up disability, they will automatically deny you and make you go to court. And even the judge, when it got to court, they didn't deny anything, they didn't fight anything, and the judge was basically, why did you waste the court's time bringing this far instead of just settling it and approving them?
Because they know they can stall it that way. That's just the bureaucracy.
She was permanently disabled the second she was born.
Right. That's the bureaucracy. They have the red tape and they take advantage of people. Yeah.
Well, and I understand some of the rules. This is where I look at both sides of it. And I do this with a lot of things. And like with her, with the disability, with SSI, there's so many people that have abused the programs and the systems that they've had to make it harder for the people that really do need it and really do qualify for it to get it. Like my wife,
I think that's just it. There's been so much abuse and stuff. So the bureaucracy is like the politics and the politicians that are making sure we get the stuff. But then, it's just, yeah. I mean, we can go on all night about that. It's crazy.
And like, we have some groups that we work with. Like this right here is Families for Hope. That's what this T-shirt says. That's one of the groups that helps support families with special needs like her.
I don't know how. I don't know if I could be able to do it. I would just, that's so much, like you said, so much to be involved with.
Well, that group has been, a godsend for us, and it's a group that's really helped us with learning how to do things, and now we're doing more to help the other families because we've now got 7 years behind us. We're now veterans in this whole thing, so we kind of got, and we're still facing new challenges, but we're kind of used to it now, and we kind of learned how to adapt and go with the flow. But that's the whole thing, like trying to build a business, trying to run a business, everything has to go with the flow, and she's like the center of our world, and that's what a lot of people don't get. And then with Jessica,
I remember you saying that night, and then Jessica was talking about some of the people that supported you. One of them passed away not too long ago. I remember that night. That was a pretty intense conversation.
One of the ladies from Families for Hope, she was a really good friend to us, and her daughter has the same brain deformity as Emily, and her daughter is only like 3 months older than Emily.
The mom passed away, right?
For Hope group. Yeah, she passed away from cancer, and now her husband is trying to take care of the kids. We never even really met her husband because he was working all the time. He literally worked all the time to pay their bills and keep their family afloat. And now he's not only trying to work and raise an income, but he's having to take over her responsibilities and taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a disabled daughter. They had 3 other kids as well. They had 4 kids. One of them having the same brain deformity that Emily has.
Okay.
So, we've been doing a lot to try to help him out, and the whole community in that group has been trying to help him as much as we can and doing stuff there. And that's where we're at now with Families for Hope.
I mean, that is just amazing because I think you already realize, how much by you doing that, you're making everything better. You're making the system better. You're making everything have to. Everybody's. It's just amazing, that you're doing that. It's just, you're really putting.
I have a little bit of impact on doing that kind of stuff, but everything I'm trying to do is just trying to use what experiences I've had. The only thing I can ever find that makes our trials and experiences positive is if I can use it to help somebody else.
Brother,
I've always lived. My philosophy and my way of life is very heavily influenced by Wayne Dyer. And one of the things that he said is the greatest purpose you can have in life is to serve others in however way you can do that in the moment. And that's the philosophy I live. Everything I do in my business, it's not about me. It's not about what I get. It's not what I do. It's about what can I
But
do
you
to serve other
get
people.
so much back. It's redeeming. You know, it's like it makes you, because what you end up doing is it just makes everything you've done in the first place worthwhile. And you know that your contributions are not. You're making everything better. You're making it. I mean, you're making it better for the people that do need it. But then the people that do need it end up. It changes the system. Like they got to step it up at one point, so that way when your daughter she gets older and you're not there as much as you can be, you know what I mean, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That somebody's gonna. Hopefully, the system will kind of rectify itself a little bit more, you know, in hopes. That's yeah. It's incredible, brother. I don't know. I praise you.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, we do the best we can. And like I said, some days it's like juggling, and some days you can juggle and balance all the balls and everything falls into place and it works great and it feels amazing. And then some days you're trying to juggle the balls and you keep dropping them. Thank you, Joy.
Thing is, it's like when you pick something up, you got to squat down and pick it up properly with the right muscles. Your muscle, I'm talking about your emotional muscles, your, you know, your psychological muscles, your in your physical muscles. Like you just know when not to stress yourself out and do your best. You know, when you pick the balls up that drop that you're trying to juggle, you do what you can do. You know. Hey, Iris Collins, thank you for coming. Gail says, question, I think, let me see, question. How do you know if a shoe is men or women? You say unisex. Just don't say Unabomber.
Yeah.
The
Some of them
Drifter
will
Thrifters
say
is here.
Some of them will say women's or men's inside the shoe. It just depends on the brand and how they market.
Well, I was going to say, if you can't read the size on it, that's going to be hard. How are you going to list the size if you can't tell if it's a men or a woman's? Maybe that's what she's asking, is based on the size. How do you know if that's I don't know. But, you know, because usually the size can tell you if it's a woman's size or a men's size or something like that inside the shoe. And that's sometimes how I differentiate between whether it's, you know, marketed for, I say marketed, meaning anybody could wear the shoe. But
yeah, that's kind of a general question. What brand are the shoes you're looking at? If they're Nikes, that little tag inside the tongue of the Nikes always has men's or women's on it.
Duncan,
but sometimes you have to kind of loosen up the shoes and pull it out to get the tags.
If you say pretty please, I'll give you a blue wrench. As long as you're good.
You have to come over to Louie's house and do all his eBay listings for him. Then he'll give you a wrench.
And wash my dishes. Drifter Thrifters. Just having breakfast before I start photographing some jeans in Depop. Wow. Oh, so aren't you down under? And by the way, you're now a moderator. You both get a blue wrench. All right, type it in there and drop your links, you guys. Drop it like it's hot. Everybody who thinks James is like the most awesome dad here in in our regional area, he's like not far from me. Everybody drop a 1 in the chat right now. And it better be a 1. Yeah. I don't want any other numbers. Oh, Drifter Thrifter says...
My wife would disagree with that some days.
Drifter Thrifters is in Queensland, Australia. Oh, look at that. You got a 1 from Houston Reseller. Oh, that's my. Do you know Houston Reseller, James?
I don't know Houston Reseller.
Yeah, he's a fellow Texan, and we got Drifter.
Well, figure that out.
Thrifter says 1 question mark. Yeah, you know, you have your days. Oh,
some days
1. All right, people. Oh, Matt Romero. Matt give you a quadruple 1. Look at this. Penny Day 1. Pick with Joy 1. Mateo. Duncan. Where's that 1, Duncan? We're talking about James. Awesome dad. All right. We got Real Hustle. Gail must have ditched us. What are you up? What's up, Mateo? What are you doing, man? What's up, my brother?
Lone Star Picker?
She's like, who is that? Who is that?
Don't you dare show me. Just say hi for me. I do not care.
Oh, it consists of 3.
I don't even have the camera on.
Oh, thank you.
3.
And J. Marie, the question was just given, I said, if you think James is like doing his awesome, most bestest, give him a 1 in the chat. I don't want any other numbers. I'm like, no other numbers.
I'm trying to juggle a lot of balls. Part of the reason we made the decision with building the other channel and focusing on that one.
Hey, Leroy,
is just.
aren't you supposed to be on live tonight, Leroy?
I'm talking to you.
No, you're talking about Leroy.
Matt says taxes. Uh-oh. Sending you blessings, brother. Good luck
Taxes
with the
are
taxes.
always fun.
It's in there, Simon. Jump in if you want.
In the chat.
Hey, Dunk. You can jump in too if you want. I hear you, sweetie.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You say hi.
Smile. I see that smile. She's like, who is that, Dad? Look, who's that?
Yeah. Oh, look.
What's that?
You know who that is. You watched The Lion King.
Let me get some for you.
Oh.
Who's this? Who's this?
Oh,
That's my
cute.
twin brother. Don't we look alike? She's like, oh, she's saying, look, she's doing something. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's trying to put her hand in it. She likes to bite herself sometimes.
Yeah. So good. All right, we got Drifter Thrifters through his channel in there. You guys are welcome to drop your links if I haven't given you one.
So, but
did you eat tonight?
It's been fun.
Did you eat anything?
I'm gonna have to. Huh?
No, I said, did you get to eat anything today?
I had breakfast this morning, which is rare for me. I usually don't eat breakfast, but that's part of why I'm fixing to have to take off because I'm gonna have to go cook dinner. Mama's gonna take over the kids here in a few minutes.
Say hi to Simon real quick before you go.
Howdy.
This is James, Simon.
Hi, Simon.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
James is not far from me. He lives close by.
Okay.
I have an uncle and a cousin that live in Katy.
Okay, yeah, I know where it's at. I don't like going there. It's a little far from where I'm at.
I don't like going there because I don't want to get a ticket.
I guess you've probably never driven through Tomball then, huh?
And I used to.
Tomball's really bad about that.
I've been through Tomball.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like right next to Katy? Tomball?
No, Tomball's north side.
Oh, okay. Oh.
It's north.
I'm just trying to.
Because my uncle, he lives in Katy. He used to live in Cypress.
Yeah, I live near the Cypress area.
Cypress Hill.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it around here. It's a good area.
Well, James, eat something tonight, my brother. Do what you can do.
Yep.
When are you going live?
ATV's had the lasagna meal deal going on, so we picked up a couple of those. I'm gonna go throw the lasagna in the oven and then make some salad and stuff while it's cooking.
All right, good. Make some garlic bread if you got some too.
Some Texas toast.
That's what I was gonna say.
That came with the meal deal.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
that's
what it was. The ATB Texas toast.
That's good.
So, anyway, I'm gonna have to go make dinner and get the kids fed and get everybody else taken care of, and hopefully find a few minutes to set up stuff for my live stream tonight. So.
Okay. What time are you going on?
Have fun. It's been nice seeing everybody. I'll be listening in.
Hey James, tell them what time your live stream is.
We go. It's on my storage scavenger channel, and we go on between 10 and 10:30 every Tuesday night.
Okay, guys, you heard it. Drop by. You guys
That's
show some
usually
love
like
to
I
James
haven't
tonight
done
if you're
any
still.
main.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't done any like recorded videos in like a month, but we've been doing our weekly live streams every week.
Okay.
We still keep those live streams going every week, even if we don't have time to do everything else.
Okay. I was going to ask Jennifer, but if one of you guys, if you can look up James's link for me that has a blue range, put it in there for me. And for James and you guys, just as a reminder, if you're up, if you're not up, that's cool. If anybody in Australia that comes to say hi to James, just even pop in and say hi to him. He's got a really good discussion, you guys. He's a hard worker. He's working hard for his family. So
Yeah,
thank you,
we
James,
try
for stopping
to,
in, man.
share. Like we try to do like a little teaching of some of the stuff that we're learning. So anyway,
Thank you,
y'all
Mateo.
take it easy. I will catch y'all later.
All right, James, Mateo dropped in your link. We'll catch you later, man. Hey, my brother, what's up?
What's going on, Louie?
You know, I'm just trying to list, but I'm at the tail end where I'm probably just gonna, probably putter around a little bit.
Yeah.
I am actually. I'm what I do is when I'm talking to you guys. I know I felt bad because James was talking to me. I'm like sitting here, drafting the list, But that's what you do. You get to talk to your friends and just kind of try to do a little listing and stuff. So when I'm on my laptop, which is the only working, this works, but the laptop's my only working, video cam. I need to go and invest in a good video cam that looks good. Right now, I know I sound muffled because this laptop is weird. So if I put in my little thing, that'll sound better. But it's an improv last minute,
Yeah.
That's Sean, you guys. Taylor's Exchange, you guys. For those of us in Texas, like Simon, if you don't know, his name is Sean. He's Taylor Exchange here. He said, "What if it is if you like grapes and coconut milk?" Case, I don't know what he's talking about.
I didn't check the comments.
I'm not gonna go back. He says I'm eating a snack after work. About 12 pairs. Yeah, he's a shoe guy. If you got any questions about shoes or just want to just talk shoe with him, Sean knows a lot. He's a good guy. You can hop in, Sean, if you want. I'll drop the link if you guys want it. Gail, you gonna join us for 5 minutes or not? Come on, we need to be graced by the female energy here, female presence. We need to get some Texans in here.
Hey,
Get
Louie,
us yapping.
Check these out. I just sold these right here.
Hold on, let me put you bigger. Let me figure out how to do that though.
Oh, it's nothing special,
Hold on. Solo layout. There we go. What you got, bro? Oh, you did you? Okay, is this the kind of stuff you were telling me you pick up brand new?
Yeah, these were from that vintage lot, from that garage sale I went to.
Remind me, this is a garage sale. This is not the Amazon thing.
No. I do have some Amazon stuff I want to show you though.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I actually just sold these. I posted these on Sunday. I think I posted them for like $40. Someone sent me an offer for 25. I'm like, all right, that's fine. So I just accepted
for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you just go here, take it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I usually sometimes before I send the offer, I write them an email like on the side, and I'll go, hey, if I send you an offer of 30, will you honor it? And if they don't write you back, you're like, okay, I can send you an offer right now,
Yeah.
Then they kind of sweat it out,
Basically, it's one of those things where it's not super rare. It's cool that they're still in the package, but it's not super rare to the point where I'm like, no, I'm going to stick to my guns on the price, and the more items you sell on eBay, the more, the more your rank goes up, the more your, your store's visible in the search. So, at this point, just starting out, I'm just trying to sell as much stuff as possible, and I'm not trying to get rich off of one product,
Real quick, let me just say hi to somebody here. That's not his real name. This is his business name. This is a 16-year-old young man. He may be 15, but this guy's really smart. If you get a chance to go on, you guys subscribe him. He's a hustler. He always he'll be on there. Hey, can you do this or watch my show? He went talk already. He's been interviewed by Chris, the Daily Refinement, who we're going to be having on Mindful Merchants. This guy's he's a young hustler. He's ready to whip it out. I'm like, oh, come on, bring it on. Let's go, guys. He's a really good smart kid. Guys, give him a shout out. Hey, he goes, I'm the teen reseller. This is what he says. So
I see.
all right.
So,
All right, what else you got, Simon?
So these right here, I actually just sold 2 of them already. These are Moore brand. These are actually guitar pedals for electric guitar.
Very nice.
Here, I'll pull one out. And these were brand new at that store.
Wait, help me out, brother. What store?
The Black Friday deals, the Amazon returns pallet store.
Dude, you gotta show me this. I want to figure it out. What
Look
is
at
this,
this, man? Brand new in
Dude.
the package. I mean, it's just
crazy.
never been
Dude.
used. You know how much these are going for online?
Oh yeah.
These are going for about $40-$60.
So let me ask you this: Do they weigh it? Is it go by weight? What does it go by?
It depends on what day it is. On Fridays, they sell everything at $7. On Saturdays,
So it's a flat rate. It's a flat rate.
It's a flat rate for everything. So yeah, and they have their tiers. It's like I said, it's on Friday it's $7. On Saturday it's $5, $4, and so on and so forth. But yeah, actually, I already sold 2 of these. I listed them on Sunday, and I sold 1 on Monday and then 1 today.
Hey, Emily. Emily's in the house. We got Mateo. This is Gail. She says she's not presentable, so she can't come on, dude.
Me neither. I was working all day. I just threw a hat on.
I got you know where I got this hat from? I don't really watch the show that many anymore. I respect
We
him.
can't see you, Louie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just my big old.
I'm
face.
sitting here talking. This hat here, you know where I got this hat from? You know Kevin? He's called the Commonwealth Picker. You ever see him?
Yes, I know Kevin.
I got this out of his store. It's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. My
Nice.
favorite band. And what's funny is when he went to go to, you know how he does his little shows? He said, hey, we got something from a bar. He showed the hat and he thanked somebody else. It wasn't even my name. I was like, hey, how you doing, Jeremy? Thank you for popping in, man. I appreciate you. You're beautiful too, man. You guys, you make sure to check out Jeremy's channel, you guys. He's got great stuff coming. He's got one of the best little lives. I don't know have you seen his stuff, Simon?
Yeah, actually, I think he's one of the first ones I followed whenever I went down the rabbit hole reselling on YouTube.
Did you hear that, Jeremy? You were one of the first. Not the last.
Him and just with his storage videos, storage finds and all that.
Yeah, he's awesome. Him and his companion there. She just amazes me. The stuff they come up with. They got and I'm like, you can become addicted to watching the coin pushing.
Yes. Oh my God. Me and my
Elvis references. There's not enough Elvis references. We need more Elvis references. What do you mean you're flattered? We're flattered to see you, brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you guys go and give him some more subscriptions. He's almost at I don't know. We got to get him up to 100,000 here pretty quick. Oh no, he's already he's 200,000.
Let's get him to 300,000.
Let's get him to 300,000. Come on, everybody. And Emily Conway, she's our next shining star. She's already a star. She's so awesome. I love her to death. She's got some of the best content around that's pure. It's so pertinent to what's going on in reality and stuff, But Jeremy, thank you for stopping by. We miss you. Hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one, the only, Callie, Reseller, Louise. What's up, Lou? Look at that. Callie, Jeremy said, what's up? What's up? I love you to pieces too. She's my little sister. I just love watching her. She's how do you you can't fit it all in there, all that positivity. Bro, Simon, we are so full of awesomeness in here. So what else did you find, my brother?
Well,
I love those pedals. You're gonna make bank on that for $7 each.
I think I picked up about 8 of them. So I think I have.
Brother, you don't do nothing. You just list one and you just let them sell. But
I know, but I've been listing a lot, man.
That's the beauty. No, I'm complimenting you. That's the best. I love repeats.
Oh, there you're getting onto me.
No, well, I'll get on to you later. But, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah, they are. I think I picked up maybe 8 or 9 of them. So, like I said, 2 of them they're selling like hotcakes. 2 of them sold, since I posted them on Sunday, and one of them sold last night, sometime between the hours of 1 a.m. when I fell asleep and when I woke up at 6 o'clock. So, I sent that one out same day. So, I like to do that. Everything I get sold, I try to get it out, within, if not that same day, if I can, definitely.
Dude, you start getting that vibe, and pretty soon either you're gonna figure out when you get lazy, that's when you go, no, triple step it up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But you know what? You gotta. I'm not saying this out of like resentment or anything. I'm a little jelly, but like you got a power couple thing going. So once you guys get mojo, you start. You're like, this is what it's about. It's about the family. Let's go. It's
Definitely.
like you start. You inspire each other. You know what I mean?
And during the day, I know you've seen it. I've been on people's lives all day between phone calls at work.
You've been on lives, bro?
Not on the lives, but in the
oh yeah. Oh, you mean like I was like, when you were, I didn't see you in a live. Oh, I see. Yeah, when you came visited today with Eric.
Yeah, I went and visited OBX Pickers live. I visited Emily's premiere when she had a live. I visited. I think it was Out Country, I believe.
Yeah.
They had a live, and it's just between work.
Out Country is her name's Amber. She's Amber.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to ask her. I tell her, forgive me, but you guys, let me just say, hey, real quick. So I don't know what Duncan's talking about. He's talking about I misjudged fourth quarter. Thought I ordered enough. Oh, he's talking about supplies and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Not misjudging, but it's good.
Love here. Look at this love. Look at this love in this room. That's what it is all about, the good juju. You know who brought it in? My brother right here, Matt Romeo. He's such a freaking hippie. I love him, man.
Yeah, and if y'all haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100. I'm at.
Are you talking about you? Do you have a blue wrench, brother?
Who?
Talking about you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I'm on my phone, so I'm not on YouTube.
Well, when you get out of here, or somebody, if you guys want to drop in Simon's right here. I'm talking to him. He's the Houston reseller. Y'all just, hey, 2P2, P2P. I'm like,
yeah, and I was on Dante's lives today. On the live chats,
Dante, you did a live? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did a contest.
Oh, bro, I'm so sorry, bro. Oh, man. I was on Eric's today. I was on OBX. I'm sorry, dude. He's gonna be on my show pretty soon too with Luis and I. We're gonna hook him up. We're gonna talk to him about his strategies.
And I'm glad no one really is expecting me to be on their lives, because then I have to be like Fred Flintstone trying to be in 2 parties at once. Because today everybody was going live since this morning.
I forgot, because Prison to Profits, Dante did say he had that thing, and I just I got on my listing. You saw me today. I was listing. Yeah. Dude, I got 14 packages out the door today.
Nice.
Yeah, I was happy.
Yeah, I think I sent out maybe 4 or 5 today. Ran to the post office during the lunch. I run to the post office almost every day.
That's my nickname. When you hear yo-yo, he's talking about me. He said I'm a yo-yo. I'm all up and down. That's what he's saying.
What I got to do, I think I actually have this Polaroid that I showed y'all last time. I think I have it sold. I just have to send her some photos. It's through a friend. She watched my video and she said she really liked it. So hopefully I can sell it to her.
Yeah. That's right, my brother Mateo. You know that's right, bro.
Oh, well, I'm using my phone for this, so I can't really.
Thank you, Emily. All right, you guys, here it is, Simon. You better thank Emily. That's some love. Emily. That's your little sister right there. She is the best. E2P in the house, you guys. Do you know, if you guys, everybody knows Dante. Dante, you're already a regular here, but I think everybody, if there's anybody in this chat that y'all don't know, especially all of y'all in Australia, y'all better go check him out. This dude he's off the hook. Uh-oh. Who's in here? Who's in here? Hey.
Drum roll.
What you doing, man? How you doing? Can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if it's going to feedback or not. I don't use my laptop very often.
It's okay. All right, bro. What you up to, man? I saw you on OBX the other day, right?
I think we might have some issues.
I think it's a delay. It's a delay.
That was because they're 4G over there. We got 5G over here now.
Are you using a flip phone to call us?
No, I'm on my laptop, which I rarely use. I couldn't get it to work on the phone. It kept saying the settings weren't right.
Okay. What do you was it you who said earlier? I can't remember who said it. Were you listing Depop right now?
This is not working.
That wasn't you?
I was going to start and I was going to use my phone to talk to you guys, but yeah, I can't get it to work. This is not right.
Okay. How you been? You doing all right, man? You got the light.
I mean, the signal has come all the way over here. I get it. It's already morning over there.
He already ate his breakfast. What'd you eat for breakfast, Nate?
Just some muesli.
That's it? Little muesli? I think I'm hearing feedback. One of you guys have a window open? I don't know. I'm hearing something, but it may be because of the phone thing or something like that. Oh, Duncan says I must get back to listing.
Hold on.
Do you know him, Nate?
How's that sounding?
Sounds good.
Sounds better.
I was one of those that had another window open. One of those people.
That's okay. We're forgiven around here. You know, since we're both in Texas and we know that Australia is a part of Texas, so
yeah, it just
our
just floated
next
away.
town over and ours to the left is called Texas, so we go there all the time and sort of make that joke about that we're in Texas.
Yeah,
all connected.
It's like people here go to Paris, Texas. You know, they're like, "Oh, I went to Paris over the summer."
Oh, no.
There's a great movie. If you guys ever get to watch it, do you like unusual, rare, kind of like independent film movies?
It depends.
Watch this. It's called Paris, Texas. I love the movie. If you watch it, you'll go, "Oh, I know that actor," but it's at first it's really quiet. Like the first 30 minutes, the guy is like walking in this desert and kind of like it's just bizarre. But like it's like you wonder what's this guy's story. But I don't want to give it away. Like it's really intriguing. It's like this guy gets lost, and like I don't know how to explain it, but it's got one of the best soundtracks. And if you like steel guitar and bluesy kind of music, the soundtrack is superb. It's really. You ever hear of a musician called Ry Cooder?
Nope.
Look him up. He was a producer for the music for Buena Vista Club, which is a documentary about going to Cuba to document the old musicians and stuff. So in real life, he's a musician, but he's a superb like guitarist. It's crazy, man. What is he doing over there? I'm tripping out.
I don't know, but we can see his reflection.
I'm letting into natural light.
I was going to say, we can see your neighbor that she's naked in the reflection of your computer.
Well, that'd be pretty good because she's about, I'm trying to convert it to American. She's about 500, 600 yards that way.
So how long do you usually list for, Nate? So when you go on live, Simon, the thing about the lives, bro, is right about the time and late, like especially if you go on late, you'll get a lot of the UK people. So if you pay attention, you'll figure out like, oh man, we're getting like a whole stream of people. Like sometimes you go over to the streams on UK sometimes, and it's a blast. Like you hang out and you're like, what's going on? They're like, where are you from? You yank, you know. And it's crazy. Like there's some really good folks I've met.
Yeah,
so.
I actually had someone from Ireland subscribe to my channel. They saw me on OBX's live chat,
I think I know who it is. I bet you I know who it is.
Yeah, I would have to look him up. I'm sorry if you see this, but I already forgot the name.
Yeah.
Actually, here, hold on. Give me a minute. I can pop it up quick.
Oh, how funny! Because we were talking about the word naked, and Duncan's trying to do listings, and look at that. He goes, "Damn! I just typed the word naked in my title." That's hilarious. So, Nate, the last time I met you, you were getting done. Remember, you were walking in the dark, and wasn't I teasing you about the dingoes? You said that's a very serious thing around here, right?
Not really. We've sorry, I was trying to work by the window there, but it didn't want to work.
That's okay. Well, you said it's a possibility.
Yeah, we have wolves, but not dingoes here.
Oh, okay. Oh, you do have wolves. Wow.
Because our dog actually killed a wolf. A fox.
Okay.
Fox, sorry. A fox. What am I saying? A wolf. A fox.
We have that issue, but we have like, well, believe it or not, people think because, oh, Austin's a big city and this and that. We have so many wild animals around. We got like a lot of fox. We got a lot of coyotes. We got, they say there's some wolves. There used to be more wolves. I think most of them are pretty much killed off, or they're more like in West Texas, but, which are like your outback,
Or what?
Oh, did you hear what Emily said?
How many items do you get teased about? Kangaroos and... Oh, okay. Well, the kangaroos, we sometimes have, like a family that will be in our front paddock, but not often enough. I'd like to see more.
I found his name. His name is David M., the car boot picker, I believe.
Oh yeah, I love David. He is like the sweetest guy, man. Like he will support you. Like just reach out to him, just talk to him. He's a genuine guy. But he says he's a part-time picker, so he doesn't do it full time. Yeah, he's a really genuine guy. I'm sorry, Nate. What did you say?
Oh, I'm just like, it'd be a lot easier if this was the phone. I'm having to take the laptop for a walk here just to get out in the sunshine because it's a nice day out here.
So is it Wednesday there right now?
Yep.
Can you tell us what happens in the future?
Not much, unfortunately.
No, Gail.
It was a pretty boring 16 hours in between.
Gail thinks you're in the United Kingdom. Tell her you're in the other kingdom.
I'm in Australia. And we're going away on Sunday, our camper van.
We don't get dingoes.
Did you have a good, pretty wake up this morning? What time is it there right now? Like in terms of morning, is it almost noon?
UK or here?
No, you.
About 9.
Okay, so it's still early.
Yeah.
Dang. It's 5 o'clock here. Almost 5 o'clock. No,
Were you
6 o'clock.
Nate? Were you born and raised in that town, or were you born somewhere else?
I was born about 2.5 hours north of here in the big city.
So what made you come to the countryside there?
We used to come here on weekends, hiking, that sort of thing. So I'm just trying to pull a chair out here.
Okay.
Life is not working well for me right now.
Well, we're not going anywhere.
I was just trying to pull a chair out and they're all stuck because we actually, with the help of my in-laws, we painted our entire house last week.
Okay.
Nice.
Whoa, I just sold 3 things.
That was a bit of an effort.
That's awesome.
I'm going to sit down here, though.
Total of 5 things. I found you guys know about...
That's our neighbor's mountain behind me there.
Hold on, let me put you bigger. Hold on, dude. Why am I not... Am I in StreamYard? What's going on here? Let me pull him down here.
I don't know how long the battery's going to last on this because my screen's broken in the corner. I can't see the battery level.
Oh, hold on 1 second. That's your neighbors in that hill?
Yep. So that's that way. That's their half of Blue Mountain, and then ours is a little bit smaller, but we own the other half of the mountain. It has like 2 peaks.
Beautiful.
They're
It's a hill or is it a mountain?
It's a mountain.
How long would it take you to walk up? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're already up in the mountains, and like, you know, we're at high elevation here, and their peak is at about, it's 1,000 meters. So whatever that guy works out to you guys, but that's why it's a little bit cooler weather here compared to down south or up north. Yeah.
That's why you're wearing a hat.
Yes. It's a little bit cool. A little bit of a breeze out here.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's nice. That's beautiful. So how long, let's say where you're where you are at right now, Nate, how long will it take you to walk to the top of that hill?
I've never been to the top of that one, but our one, we've actually got our disc golf course on there. So probably about 15 minutes and you're at the top and there's an awesome view.
That's sweet, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's our...
Oh, you like disc golf, huh?
I used to. I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to anymore. Just a lot of politics and issues and all that, and we haven't had anyone come here for nearly a year to play our course, so it's been tough. Oh, I've got a couple of visitors now. You want to see some visitors?
Uh-oh. Simon's tripping out over here.
No, it's cool.
You're not in Texas anymore, Simon. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at them. The ponies. Look at them babies.
Those some weird looking kangaroos, man.
Those are not kangaroos. They're koala bears. Those are koala bears. Don't you know a koala bear when you see one, Simon?
This is another reason why we moved to the country, so we could have this.
That's awesome.
Hey, Ellie, you want to say hello to everyone? She wants my coffee, not...
She's like, give me some coffee. She's so pretty. Next time, bring her some apples.
She wants carrots the other day, so they're hoping for more.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When they're around, normally the cow's around here somewhere too. He's quite popular in our YouTube videos. Jeremy the cow.
Did you drop? Did I give you a blue wrench?
Yeah, I got a blue wrench. He's
Okay,
gonna come around that corner any second now.
Whenever you want, or somebody drop Nate the Drifter Thrifters link in there. Did you already do it earlier? You can do it again later.
Ellie keeps licking my hand. Ellie,
Just want some coffee, man.
No, he's smelling that probably on his knuckles. That's such a trip. What's the name of the horse?
This is Ellie.
Ellie. Looks like a girl I dated.
She was from Australia.
That cow's going to come around the corner any second now. I can hear him. He's getting closer.
She's from Australia. Oh, look what Gail says. Texas. Oh.
Are they wearing Nikes?
Oh, thank you, Emily.
Can you see?
Sorry,
Emily, watch now.
Said that.
Oh.
I'm being bad. It's so beautiful out there, man. What's your Celsius temperature out there?
There's Hey Jeremy. In Celsius right now, it's probably about 15.
Okay. Oh, there's your cow. That's Jeremy. You named the cow Jeremy?
She wants my coffee. I got to get away from it.
Did you name the cow after a Pearl Jam song?
No, we named the cow after a disc golfer we met in Thailand. A pro disc golfer named Jeremy, or Germ, so he's Little Germ. Even though I think he's a bit bigger now. So I just had to tie up my pants. I didn't tie up my pants and I was falling down as I was walking around.
Look, the cow.
Did you see what Emily wrote, Nate? She's like, inside joke with me and Drifter. Yeah, I remember last time she was teasing you because you say Nike. We say Nike.
Nike. They all just want food. That's why they're hanging around.
Did you read this? Gail says our cows are fatter here because they eat at McDonald's.
Hey, Jeremy.
Jeremy, look at Jeremy. Is it a is it a Holstein cow? The breed of cow is Holstein?
No,
that's not.
What breed are you, Jeremy? I forget. You know either.
I studied. I don't know if you guys have this in Australia. We have when we were in high school, we had ag classes. Like you were called an Aggie. You know, like you know, you had the ag jackets and stuff like that. We had to study every
SFA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually in high school. It was in high school in California.
FFA. Oh, in California. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said SFA, which was my university.
No.
Oh, FFA. Yeah, Future Farmers of America. Yeah, that's what I was in. Yeah.
Which they changed the name now, but they still have FFA on it. It's weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did it when I was
the
in
high school here does have farming and all that as a subject.
It's probably the same thing like FFA, which technically it was called Future Farmers of America. But Simon, you're saying they call it something else now, right?
Yeah, but it still has the FFA on it, but it's not. They renamed it. I guess they thought it was, outdated. I don't know. I just remember they changed it. I couldn't tell you.
When you said FFA, I thought you said S as in snake, F as in Frank, A, because you know what SFA is, right?
Yeah, Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah, I swear that's where I got my master's degree. Went over there, and everybody's like, "Why'd you go there?" Yeah, we get a little. All right,
that breeze is bitey.
There's my my logo.
That's nice.
Nate, have
it's
you
funny,
ever
like you guys? So for you guys, when it's like in the middle of summer and you get a cold breeze in the middle of the night, like a freezing, icy cold breeze.
Look at that,
what do you guys refer to that as? Like what type of breeze is that?
Can we tell you something first of all? In the state of Texas, it does. We don't ask Simon. We don't have breezes during the summer.
But if you happen to have a cool breeze in the middle of the summer, what would you say?
We call it a Lasco. Yeah, that's our breezes here.
He calls it a Lasco fan.
Well, what I was trying to say is that you call it like, oh, that's an Arctic breeze. Like that's like, well, I lived in Canada, and they'd always, if it was summer and it'd be a little bit of a breeze, they'd say, oh, that's from the Arctic.
Well,
we call ours. There is a term, but it's usually from Colorado or something. But
like
we have
northern wind.
We do have
Arctic.
The Arctic breeze for us doesn't come till winter usually. I think.
when my in-laws come here, of course, for us, it's an Antarctic breeze. So it's the same thing, but different. We get that breeze is straight off the Antarctic.
Is y'all sending from the South Pole instead of the North Pole?
Yeah,
right.
So when they come up here, like it can be like they came up here for Christmas last year, and they were wearing jackets and wanted us to put on the fire, and I'm there like melting. But because he actually worked for 20 years in Papua New Guinea, so he's used to a lot of heat. Like it's very warm there. It's like it's right next to Indonesia, and there's Samoas and all that.
Here. It's called Houston, Texas, and it's super humid and it's super hot all the time. It's a very miserable weather. But
he hasn't been to Louisiana because it's worse there. It's even more swampy. It's just so humid.
I haven't been to Louisiana, but I've traveled all the way across the top of Texas. I did the Greyhound on the Route 66.
Oh, okay.
So I traveled from Los Angeles to St. Louis. That was my first 3 days in America were on the Greyhound. So on purpose, I didn't want to fly. I wanted to see the country.
Well, you did, didn't you?
It was worse. I did from Vancouver to Toronto.
Oh my gosh! What are you taking pictures, bro?
No, that was right before smart cameras and smartphones and all that. So I had like the digital camera, the regular film camera. So I didn't take too many.
Oh, hey, Danica. We got Danica here. She's from also Texas, too. She's a...
Can you guys keep hearing Jeremy when he calls out? Does it pick up on the microphone when he calls?
Yeah,
I think
I
so.
actually heard him.
Yeah.
We can hear them
It's
loud
going
and
off
clear.
yesterday because they get, like, if you watch, when I go out thrifting or go out to garage sales on a Saturday morning, I pick them up a big bag of carrots. That's their big treat. And they know when I get home, you know, that they get a bag of carrots. But the annoying thing is then for the next 3 or 4 days, they're like, okay, more.
Yeah.
Give us some more. So they're constantly looking for more carrots. And it's like, no, you ate them all. So I've got literally
Well.
Pippa's right here at the bottom of the stairs. Ellie's just over there. I can't see her. And Jeremy, they're all hanging like within, you know, a couple of feet of me right now.
You know what? You gotta feed them, but you keep it on a schedule, maybe. You know.
Oh, my wife, she works at a place that's special, because our area is sort of known for apples and grapes. So we do lots.
Okay.
It's a winery region, but then also a lot of apples. And she works at the popular place that sells like big apple pies and things like that. So when they cook the apples down, they put them into a tray, and then all the drippings go into this big bucket. Previously, they used to just throw it out, but since my wife started working there, it's like, well, I can take that home and give it to our animals.
Yep.
So most afternoons when she gets home, we fill up 3 buckets full of hay and other
You
things.
pour the stuff on it.
And pour the stuff on it. And Jeremy, he goes nuts for it. Like, he'll come
Wouldn't
running.
you? It's not dry hay. You know, it's like caramelized hay.
Mm. Oh, if we just, like, if we haven't got any hay and we just put it into a bucket for them, the horses will sort of, you know, dip in, dip out, dip in, dip out, and enjoy it. Jeremy just goes full head down, like nearly drowns himself in it for 5 minutes. He just loves it.
He doesn't waste any time, does he?
No, he's always hungry. Always hungry. Like it's like having a teenage boy in the house. He's just.
Do you have any kids, Nate?
No, unfortunately. We've been trying for IVF for a couple of years now, and yeah, keeps not working. So I think we got the wife and I are going to try one more time, and then we might have to just call it a day on that, unfortunately. But it's not as expensive as it used to be. Like there's, you know, with healthcare in Australia and bulk billing, as they call it, and all that, the fees are down a little bit. But yeah, it's just got to a point now where we just, you know, I don't know if anyone's ever been through IVF and all that, but it's not a fun process. And basically, the way you find out that it hasn't worked is not fun at all. Like I wouldn't wish that on any person, but specifically women. Like it's not fun.
It's also like, you know, psychologically, it's just got to be taxing. It's very, you know, arduous to kind of have to go through that whole process, both emotionally and. Yeah, I had a friend that
hard too, I was going to say, the first time we tried, she succeeded. We had a pregnancy, but then lost it. So that was already hard enough that we had the one success and then turned into a failure. But then since then, it's just been nothing. So it's like, you know, we thought, oh, this is going to be easy. Like first time up, we got pregnant. Oh, well, let's go back and do it again. But it's like, you know, it's a bit like the Buffalo Bills trying to win the Super Bowl. The first time they got close. And then after that, they got further and further away each time, and that's how it feels for us. But you know, we got close that first game, but we can't now. We can't even get close.
Well, we can, you know, maybe put some positive thoughts out there for you. You know, one more time. You know.
I've got a I lost my mother last year. Like this is when my wife was actually pregnant. My mother passed away, so she
My
had
condolences.
never been a grandmother. She'd never been a grandmother her whole. You know, she always, that was her one wish. So when we met my mother, my wife was pregnant when we saw her last. So she sort of, you know, we think that she passed thinking that she was going to be a grandmother. So whether what you believe or don't believe in and all that is up to you. But wherever she went, she can live with that, you know, that she, you know, thought she was going to be a grandmother before she passed.
In a way, it's kind of like a gift. It's like a gift that she got to take with her. But she's, you know, and yeah. Actually, I see it on a much deeper level. Like, I mean, it's not my business to say or anything, but like, I don't know if do you believe in anything esoteric? I love that sound. But like, I don't know, you know, like on this level of like, I think, you know, in terms of spirituality, I'm not talking about religion, but like wherever your mom passed into, you know, there she takes everything with her, you know, beautiful energy and all, you know, and all the trials that you guys take too. So I don't know. It's an
Yeah, I
interesting.
was going to say at the time we actually at her funeral got to reconnect with her cousin, and she was like us. She had we had a foster kid at the time, but that didn't work out unfortunately. And
Okay.
she had foster kids her whole life, and she'd never had her own children and all that. So she had a really good sit down chat with my wife about that. And then after she found out that the baby, we lost the baby and all that, she sort of connected with my wife online a little bit and sort of, saying you have to sort of prepare for that possibility that this just might never be. And then we're sort of reaching that impasse now of, like the doctors keep saying that, she's got the system of a 35-year-old, which is wonderful to hear, but it's all for nothing if it's not, if the pipes aren't connecting correctly and all that. So, we're sort of facing that very real reality that it might just be the two of us, and we have to start being okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Have you thought about adopting in future possibilities?
Adoption is near impossible, especially in our state. They literally, I think last year they had like 8 adoptions in the entire state for the year. It is. We're on the wait list. We're on the wait list for 2 years. We had we nominated up to the full 15 countries that we could do to also adopt from, so outside of Australia. And some of them you have to travel over there, learn the language, spend 3 months with the kid in their community, before you can. And we're like, whatever. And we're also willing to take family units up to 5 kids. So if mum and dad died in a crash and they had 5 kids, we're willing to take them on. And
wow.
2 years we didn't move on the list at all. Didn't get anywhere. So it's like, so yeah, adoption. We after two cycles of 2 years of that, because you got to renominate again. After 4 years of that, we're just like, this is redundant. This is not going anywhere.
Say, there's that point where you're kind of probably asking yourself, the word redundant, I think you said is it fits it best. I mean, it's like. Because I'm looking at it from also the perspective of the red tape and the all the politics that can kind of go down in with it, and
and our fostering is even. That's why we they this time last year we had a 13-year-old with us, and she did not want to be in a family. We tried everything, and
she wasn't interested.
She was not interested at all. There'd be good days and bad days, and then by the end when we're stringing together 4 or 5 bad days in a row, it was just like, this is not working. She's not interested in being here. And so we put fostering out for good. It just wasn't a fun experience. And the system they're all for the kids, which is understandable, but at the same time they need foster carers. They need people to,
you wonder how the system's working. Yeah. Where it's like, but it's not the children's fault either. It's just, they're trying to acclimate whatever, but also that's a 13. Wow. That's that.
Yeah. The counselors that would come and talk to her, they were like, why did they put a 13-year-old with, first timers? That was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back inside to get some power to this thing. We'll say goodbye to Jeremy. Right.
Hi, Jeremy.
Jeremy. Too busy eating the grass under the stairs. There you go.
Emily was asking if Jeremy's wearing Nikes.
He's just got the hoofs. Hey, Jeremy. Sorry, no carrots, mate. Oh, I just opened the door and spilt my coffee all over me. That was clever.
I think we lost Simon. I don't know. Are you still there, Simon?
Oh, I forgot about the other guys.
I think we lost
them out.
You there, Simon? Well, when I see him, I'll add him back in. I don't see him right now. So do you have an issue with listing or anything? Do you have enough stuff to list, or are you always trying to go out and source?
I'm going to let our puppies out.
It's a little baby puppy.
Well, Jeremy started. So we just got this new security gate, and I'm trying to work it here. No puppies are going out the other way. I only have, I'm new back on eBay and all that, so I'm up to 49 listings at the moment. So I've got like probably 95% of my stock is unlisted. But I'm sourcing in preparation for it. There we go. You can't even see our peak. Jeremy's still going.
Hold on 1 second. It's beautiful out there.
Oh, just the Drifter Thrifter show now. Woo!
We're trying to
sorry,
see
put on Oh, you can't really see it anyway. Like our mountain's all covered in trees because it's a bit shorter.
Yeah.
But you drive to the next road over up north, and you actually see ours very clear. Whereas, when you're up close, you can't really see it. That's a view out of our kitchen window.
Hold on 1 second, Nate. I'm going to answer a question. Hey, what's up, Lady Luck? Danica, what's your question? It might be Simon. I don't know. Depending on your phone. Danica, what's your question, Danica? Email me. You want to come in?
Oh, I got another friend visiting here. We've got way too many animals.
I've been buying lots and lots of art, some because it speaks to me or it is signed. Okay. Want to pop on real quick, Danica? I put the link. You can ask me if you want to come on. Look at that kitty cat. You got a whole zoo, Nate.
I didn't even show you the chickens. She's just sitting, like, when I open the window in this back room here, they love sitting on top of the couch and staring out the window. So when I came back in, Connie was already sitting there.
Simon that was on, he just said nice to meet you because he's having some phone issues. We'll catch you later, Simon. Oh, you got a friend here. That's Gail. She lives probably about a couple hours from me. Probably 2.5. So I did deal a little bit in art, Danica, but I did study a lot of art, so it depends. Like maybe if you want to send me some pictures, send me the names. If you can zoom in, I mean, if you wanted to talk about it, give me a call whenever you're ready, or we'll talk about it. I can try to help you, but if it's mainstream prints, sometimes more of the contemporary stuff I'm not that familiar with, but it's easy. I can help you look up things and details about it. It depends if they're mainstream gallery art prints. There's a little bit of a fine line between the fine art, like museum stuff, and then there's like the well-known artist that's been around for 50 years. It just depends what you have. And then there's the mainstream pop culture stuff too. So it can vary. Oh, here she is. I can't come on. No, that's okay.
Geez, there are a lot of live feeds at the moment. Joey Bada Bing and his group are doing one as well. Don't go over there, people. Just stay here. It's not an advertisement.
They can go. I don't care. I don't even know how many's in here. Does anybody have a number? I can't even see right now. Is it like 4 people? Oh, 15 watching. Wow.
They can go. 15.
I don't care. I don't even know how many's in here. Does anybody have a number? Oh, I'm hearing feedback.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, they've only got 10 over there, so take that as a win.
Wow. I'm honored. Danica, well, just shoot me up, Danica. One day we'll talk on Instagram. Call me up. We'll just kind of talk about it. Yeah, because if you're savvy about art, you got the right eye, and I think you have the right eye. You can figure it out. Emily said 15. Thank you, Emily. Sola Sella. I'm getting acquainted with Sola Sella. I'm not. Are you familiar? Because I'm not that familiar with Sola.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm sitting here and got the window wide open, and Jeremy I could just see like the top of him just walk past, and it was just funny, mooing the whole way.
Let me ask you this: when you do your videos, do you sometimes just like film those wonderful moments like that, where you're like, la la la, oh, and then you turn the camera and you're like, you know?
There was one the other day where I bought did a garage sale on the weekend and showed off the stuff and all that, and like Jeremy kept hanging around because he wanted more carrots, and like I was filming in the car, and then I pan up and Jeremy's just there staring in the window. So between them, the dogs, the cats, like they're always. That's why we sort of our channel's a little bit different. That we've got a little bit of the picking, a little bit of the sourcing, a little bit of the selling, but then we got the farm animals as well. Then we got the disc golf, so we sort of have a whole different number of elements here. So people just want to come on for strictly buying and selling type videos and all that. We're not that, but that's the beauty of YouTube is you are what you make it. You can be whatever type of channel you want to be. I could, like I did a video. It was like a 5-minute video the other day. I was taking Dodger for a walk at the park. He's the Kelpie, the big dog. And so I just spent $60 in an op shop. So I quickly showed it in the back of the car and showed where Dodger and I were. And then I edited this video while we were walking. So it was a junk video. It was just throw out there. And it got more views than the ones that I spent hours on. So you'd never know.
I love it.
Okay.
Like you said, it's the beauty of it. Oh, Dory. But you still have the other Dory name. I think sometimes I see it on YouTube. Or did you change it on YouTube? She said, just change my name on you. Okay.
This is my view right now. Horse's ass. That's my view out my window. A literal horse's ass.
Welcome.
Connie's watching it.
You know what's funny? Did you see what I put? Nate, did you see what I put on the title of what I'm doing my live? I said it says Lone Star Louie's Rodeo. This fits in perfect.
Pippa, let's turn around. It's very unladylike. Oh, she's eating the grass over the fence. That's what she's doing. So if you can see her, yeah, she's eating the grass of the neighbors.
That's okay.
She's not dumb. Where's her partner in crime? I can't see. Oh, we put there's a water bucket right in the way of when they walk through there, but they've been negotiating it quite well.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Connie, you comfortable?
Whoever subscribed, thank you, guys. That's so funny. Somebody gave me a subscription. That was nice. What are you going to do for the rest of the week? You're going to list all week, Nate?
I'm gonna take some jeans photos today. I've got to do a bit of Depop listing. I'm all cashed out on eBay listings at the moment, so I've got to wait for when the month cycle's back on, because I'm back to new reseller. So every month I'm applying for more. I think I'm at 49 at the moment. So if they double it next month, that'd be good leading into the main part of the fourth quarter.
Okay.
And then Friday I'm going to go to a town about 40 minutes south called Tenterfield, because I've opened up a new shop there. There's another one that always brings good returns, so I'm going to do that. And then on Sunday, the wife and I are packing up the caravan I was just showing you before, and we're going on a 4-day thrifting trip.
Most excellent. So you got your stuff all lined up. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm
it's chaotic, but it's moderately organized.
Day. I got a daughter who I haven't seen in over a month, so I'm probably going to go visit her this week. Supposed to go have dinner with her, but that's about it. And then
this is a good angle. I can show off my collection up there a lot better. People can be like, "Oh, what's that behind him?" That's my good stuff.
Is that your good stuff?
Yeah. Oh, that. Where are we? That sound wave there. I actually bought that in Kuala Lumpur, and I'd like to collect the whole set of them. They're quite cool. Those ones. They're a reissue one, but they look really awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's too high for me to reach now. I just remodeled in here a little bit. And I nearly, much about Transformers. You're a reseller, so you should know a little bit.
That's awesome.
So
Thank you.
yeah, like I bought him, and I couldn't buy Megatron because we can't actually, in my state, we need a gun license in order to import and purchase Megatron because he's a replica gun.
Mhm.
So when we were in Japan, I nearly bought a really good first edition one of him, but
Did you?
the price was a bit high, and I ummed and ahed, and I didn't. Lucky I didn't, because when we got to customs, they would have been like, "No, can't bring that in."
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Because he's a gun.
Well, you can't. That's not the one that comes apart and he makes into like a figure.
I could have opened it up and done that, but then I would have lost half the value in opening the box. So
Yeah.
so,
I see what you
so
mean.
it was just one of those things. It's like, oh well. But I bought that one, and there's a whole.
Why
whole
didn't you
set of
just
them.
ship it from Japan, even though you would have paid? You know this. I know.
It would have, at the mail, they would have pulled it up there. So even if someone else has it in New South Wales, and like say Sydney, and I buy it on eBay and all that, it might get through. But at the same time, if they find it, then I'll get a fine and get in trouble because I'm importing a weapon, a replica weapon.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that, but that's pretty strict. Yeah.
So there's all these people that have extra gun licenses because they want to own a Transformer. So people are like, is that really a smart thing to have more licensed gun people out there just because they want to collect Transformers? So
I wish I could find it right now, but somewhere over here, I went to a private pick. This lady was moving. This is back in probably like April or May. And I went to her house, and she said, we're not going to have anybody come over here unless you put a scheduled date. And I said, when do you start? She's like, Friday. Because I emailed her. I said, what's your earliest time? She's like, nobody's scheduled it yet. I said, give me 7 o'clock in the morning. So when I got there, she had so much stuff. I probably only paid like 80 American dollars, and I already made over $1,000, on the stuff. And I still haven't sold. And she had an antique box of Transformers, when those cases you open up, and I still haven't even started going through that. It's crazy. They're like vintage metal ones.
That's like our what do they call it? Friend of the channel, the Cap guy. He went to one and found a big giant box. I think it was over 100 out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like vintage ones, and it was like, I think it was $60 for the box. So he actually, I ordered something else off him, and he sent me 4 of them. So I've got a whole set of just the. It's one of the ironies.
That the Cap guy from Oklahoma.
Yep.
Yeah. That was nice of him.
Because the actual turtles themselves, the main 4 characters, aren't worth much because they were so mass produced. Everyone wanted the turtles. So as soon as he showed the box and all that, there's a if you remember the Turtles cartoon at all, there's a character called Krang, and he had this big monster suit, and he was the brain inside.
Yes.
And as soon as I saw the box and it had the big robot on the top, I was like, that's the money right there. And I think that one sold for about $80 to $100.
Wow.
So he paid for the rest of it in that one toy. But yeah, it's the obscure characters that are the ones that are, same with like Transformers, like Optimus Prime holds a little bit of value. That's my Optimus corner up there. Like Optimus holds a little bit of value, but it's the ones that people didn't want to buy, didn't want to collect, are the ones that are harder to find.
Yeah, it's always those obscurities. Yeah, those are.
I bought a Generation 1 Optimus Prime in Japan. That was my favorite purchase, and that was only like about, I think it was $50 in the box.
Do you have connections to Japan, or do you have any relation there, or?
I did back in the time. It was a really good Japanese friend of ours who was actually driving us around and showed us, but we haven't heard from him for a number of years, and he's a bit elderly, and I've been trying to find out, is he still alive? And I haven't been able to find any information, but he was our main contact. But they got some through disc golf. Yeah, I'll show you a cool thing I got in Japan. See if I'll hide them down here. So he took us, we went to this toy store, and it was like a used toy store. And I always made the analogy that you couldn't see the forest for the trees. Like if you were picking and you found this place and you live locally, you would just filled up your car. Like there was just awesomeness on top of awesomeness, like Pokemon stuff I should have, like I wished I bought now, and bigger Transformers. Like I found Run DMC plastic toys from back in the day that were, like there's just so much. It was a warehouse full of stuff. And what I did was, so I bought 4 things. Like it was really like we didn't have much room left in our luggage and all that. So, but there was so much stuff. I bought 4 things, and one of them was this guy.
Oh, I know Astro.
Yeah, so this is quite a tall Astro Boy and all that. When I walked up to the front, my Japanese friend, like he's a very giving, very nice guy. Like he actually gave us some vintage frisbees and things like that. But he was laughing and all that. And when we got to his place, he comes out with.
How funny! Oh, I love that.
Well, you can see one of them.
When I was married, my mother-in-law, she was from Japan, so we would talk about art and culture and stuff like that. So my ex, she had a few things like that. She showed me some of her vintage. What's the name of the Nate? What's the name of the toys that they're like? It's like before Transformers, but they were like they turned into tigers and stuff like that, and they were metal.
Voltron.
Yeah, Voltron. She had all the original Voltron from the early '80s and stuff, and they were like.
Yeah, I want to collect some Voltron eventually, but you don't find them at all.
No, and she has them. She has all of them. She had all 4 of them. Yeah, I remember.
5. There's 5.
Oh, 5 was it? I don't even remember them. Yeah. Maybe she only had 4. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember her going, "Don't touch them," And
I like them, but there's also I don't know. I think they were concurrently, but there was the Lions one, but then there's also the vehicle Voltron. That was awesome.
I grew up in California on the Pacific coast, but we used to get a lot of the Japanese toys. This was from Japan.
I've got no idea what that one, but yeah, it looks.
I looked it up once, and then I did have a name, but look how they're plastic legs, but the body's metal. Look at the face of the body.
Okay.
And then it has on the bottom of it, or somewhere on there, it's on the back. Oh, it's made in Japan. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it might be one of those things too. Like you can find the stuff that was basically pre-Transformers. When they were, there's a good documentary. Like if you watch The Toys That Made Us, like they go through all the basically that it wasn't a single line. They actually grabbed like 3 or 4 different Japanese manufacturers and said, okay, we're going to take those guys, we're going to take those guys. So it's quite an interesting way to learn about them. And yeah, like some of this stuff, like you can find half the Transformers before they were Transformers. They were just.
Well, can I tell you that this was my toy as a child? I've had this since the 70s.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I used to my best friends, growing up were all either Pacific Asians, but multi-generation in California. So we would always like, what toy did you find out about? Or da 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 da, or and some of them would always have these special magazines from San Francisco. They would order the stuff straight from Japan or China or wherever they can get it from.
This is back where you had like 10 toys and they were prized. Like you didn't like. You see kids now like on TV shows and all that, and they'll have like a whole room of just hundreds upon hundreds of toys.
Yeah, actually, I only had this and maybe a couple other things, and then later on started building things up. But this is one I just remember. I don't know. It was I just loved it because it was slightly based on like a Shogun warrior. If you think about it, you know what I mean. Look at that. You've seen Shogun, like the helmets and stuff from like the Shogun, era of just the uniform.
Oh, yeah, we've been in some of those temples actually.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, their stuff is amazing.
We went to like a samurai section of I think it was Osaka. So that's one of our favorite pictures of Japan, and like it looks like those movies, like just the old style architecture and all that. Like that was, and this is the Shogun and the samurais and all these terms that
they had these wonderful like exhibitions at their major museums. So when you got to go to those, you make sure you get it, even if you had to pay your money to go into the like, oh, this is a special exhibit. You don't get in for free. You pay for it and it would usually be long lines because to see the uniforms and the collections, usually from somebody who was a billionaire that had somehow acquired all that stuff illegally or whatever, but it's amazing. That's the stuff that influences our cult. Like you said, pop culture in general, there's a lineage there, like where do we get those ideas? Where do we steal it? It's like spaghetti Westerns. they stole it from a lot of, you know, the samurai movies, you know, like George Lucas would talk about, you know, and he stole it as, you know, for Star Wars was kind of a melange of like that kind of that Western, you know, sci-fi, but meets the Japanese kind of, you know, ideology of just, you know, having these warriors coming out, you know, and it really, you know, it affects all that stuff. So, you know, growing up as a kid, being, you know, really young, remember when my dad bringing me to see Star Wars for the first, you know.
Yeah, a lot of the weapons they use and all that are all based on real life, you know, from historical weapons and all that. So, yeah, it's good that they sort of, you know, it's fictional and all that, but then they pull on, you know, the reality, the stuff from real life. It's funny, you remember seeing the first Star Wars. The only one I remember seeing the Empire, I don't know, the Return of the Jedi. I remember going to the movies and seeing that and bawling my eyes out because I was a Darth Vader fan. He was my guy. So that scene where I still remember that vividly.
Guy, he was just misled, you know.
Well, it's good then, you know, I grew up to, you know, see the whole Anakin saga and seeing, you know, why he became and how he became who he was and all that. So
yeah,
you know, so then it's good that you got to, you know, see that natural arc.
And that was like 83 or 84, right? That was like 83 or 84. The Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah.
And do you
was about 6 or 7
years later, like they would have like maybe around the middle of the 80s or late 80s, they would sometimes replay all 3 of them at a special theater if you were lucky to watch them all.
Yeah, that's like, I don't think kids realize. Like, I remember I would have been maybe 12, 13, or like my brother moved away for a year and went to, you know, Bondi Beach in Sydney, like world famous Bondi Beach. He moved down there for a year and he worked in a video store. So he came back with like 5 or 6 real VHS, like actual, he owned them, his own VHS videos of things. And that was like, wow, you actually own these movies. Like,
yeah, it's like, I got the, like, especially if it's a popular movie, like I got the Alien movie or whatever, you know, whatever the movie is, you know.
But they were like $80 to $100 to buy in stores, like to buy a VHS. My sister came back and I got, I think it was 1989. She gave me a copy of Batman the movie, and it hadn't even been released in the cinemas here. And I had it on VHS.
Yeah.
But the problem is that NTSC, whereas we got the PAL system, so I couldn't watch it. I had that thing for years. I think I eventually sold it on eBay back when I was I used to have like 600 eBay auctions a week. Like, I used to be a massive eBay seller. And so I pretty much sold everything to buy a car at the time.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
nowadays you have nice big collections of DVDs.
It's amazing. So let me ask you this, because I like my friends in America. I got, you know, I'm an artist by nature. I have a master's in arts in oh yeah, I do. Marrakesh, by the way, I do miss the Bay Area and the Pacific. I do. Half Moon Bay. Somebody was asking me if I miss the Pacific Coast. I have Pacific Coast in my blood, so I miss the ocean. Okay. And forgot where I was going with this, but I like non-American films. I don't like to use, you know, in the United States we say, oh, do you like foreign films? And I'm like, it's not foreign films. It's foreign because, you know, we import them, but just look at it as non-American films, meaning some of the best film, you know, comes from overseas. And I love, you know what I learned to love is New Zealand films. New Zealand filmmakers are great. And one of them, do you ever see this movie? It's called The Jacksons or something like that. Or wait a minute. It's called The Price of Milk. Have you ever heard of that movie?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh my gosh, watch it. It's hard to find. It turns out, I didn't know for a long time, the guy that was in that movie, he was in the reboot of Star Trek many years later. The new version that they made. But if you get a chance, if you like those type of films, this is bizarre. It's called The Price of Milk, and it's from New Zealand.
The natural light was a bit harsh. That's a bit better. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Sadiq, yeah, I do miss California.
Yeah, it was funny that when my wife and I, probably about 6 months after we met, we took a trip to New Zealand for, I think it was like 10, 12 days, something like that. and we had a hire car, and we're driving around New Zealand and out, out in the country and all that. And I'm just driving along going, oh, wow, this just looks like Lord of the Rings. This is crazy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And then she finally confessed after a couple of days, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. So we had to watch it when we got home. And she's like, oh, I can see why you thought that now.
Yeah, Jackson, Alan, what's his name? Alan, or whatever, the guy that made it. Yeah.
Peter Jackson.
Yeah, Peter Jackson. That's why I thought it was funny, because in this movie called The Price of Milk, there was this family in there, they had the Jackson name. And I want to say, I'm wondering if he made that film, but this movie was bizarre. If you like surreal, weird movies, it was, to me, one of my favorite movies that was like non-American. It's like, I preferred.
It's Marrakesh there. I've just dropped in. Anyone else can drop in. This isn't just a one-on-one chat. This is, anyone else is free to pop on and join in the conversation.
I put it out there, but let me see here. Well, I don't know if Emily can, because she's got her family and stuff. She's busy. Duncan, there. Is this a 24-hour show? No, that was Eric's. I'm now on mine live. I'm probably going to cut out in a little bit, Nate. I'm probably going to cut off in a little bit because I need to go eat some dinner and clean up the kitchen.
That's good. I've got to do that work that I was talking about. Eventually.
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sort of debating. I've got where I talked to you last time was in the outside shed area. I've got these sorting tables and all that. They're all nearly full and all that. And I've been trying to tidy them and all that, but then I keep reminding myself that it's not listed stuff. So to tidy up stuff that's not even listed is a bit redundant. Like, it's good to have it organized, but at the same time, once I've listed it, then put it away so I can find it, sure. But when it's trying to sort your death pile is a bit redundant.
Precisely. Emily says, did you hear what she wrote? I said, you can come on, but I said, I don't think she can. She's got a friend. She said, yeah, I would have to hide in a closet and talk. Hey, Maggie Doodle, how you doing? Who is that picture? Is that you? Fashionista. I love that. Well, I appreciate it. It's good to get to talk to you and get to know you. It's like I'm trying to reach beyond my boundaries. So now I got some more down under connections. That's awesome. I love your play.
We're a good little community here. That's it's starting to thrive really well. So it's another, when you're up at weird hours and all that, and you think no one else is on, then have a look to see if any Aussie people are streaming or have put up new videos and all that, because we put them out at different times to you guys. So.
Well, and it helps, I'm not picking on Americans, but it's like, it helps them get out of their own little bubble zone of like, everything happens here. No, it doesn't, because like, Zahir, he's from the UK. He's got a big channel and stuff like that. And, you pop on these channels and you see people, but to me, it's like, I'm a night owl anyway. So sometimes when I'm up late, like you said, you may be getting ready for bed or something. I don't know, like you cross paths and you get to say hi to everybody. I think it's great that we're making this world a smaller world, via at least this, whatever you want to call it, YouTube.
Well, I've said it on a few chats and all that recently that because a lot of us are full time. Like, I actually got my marching orders from work 2 weeks ago, even though I'd given up on the place a long time before that. But I actually got the official letter to say that I'm no longer working with the company.
Can you collect unemployment?
What's that?
Can you collect unemployment because of that letter?
I had been previously, because with the COVID and all that, they changed the rules and all that. But now the rules have changed back. So due to my financial situation, I can't collect, which that's okay. I'm making enough money on eBay and
duly noted.
But like when it comes to eBay and other platform resellers on YouTube, this is we're work colleagues. This is our lunchroom meetings. This is where we can branch out and talk to the people that we work. We all work for this one big bad company called eBay, and we're the workers. We're the ones that put items onto this site, and then we sell it. So when we have these chats and discussions and all that, this is us sitting in the lunchroom at work.
Well, it's that, and it's also like us being able to just talk normal and exchange those ideas. And so eventually, what I've always thought, like I've built up relationship with a lot of Canadian people, like, you know, and then like, you know, how do I get my stuff to you cheaper? You know, and then they giving you ideas and, you know, and it's like, because there's no reason we can't, you know, go more global in terms of like our economy, which it needed to be a long time ago, you know, and cutting out these restrictions and stuff. And like, just, you know, for whatever, for all practical purposes, you know, I understand there's costs involved inherent, you know, in shipping and whatnot, but there's no
Well,
reason.
we all got to think more globally, like the amount of American channels I watch at the moment, and they'll talk about like summer clothes. Like, oh, well, I guess, you know, we won't be selling T-shirts or this and that much longer. It's like, you know, there's an entire globe, right? Like, you can send them overseas. And when, like now at the moment, Australians are talking about, oh, we won't be selling much winter stuff. It's like, you know, Americans like to own winter stuff too, you know, and it's a bit cold there, and it's cold in the UK, it's cold in Europe. So, yes,
Well,
your local sales are going to drop.
In the United States, it's so big. When it's cold up in New York, it's hot down in Texas, you know? And it's...
And that's the thing too. You got to constantly always be thinking of what is in plentiful supply where I live that isn't elsewhere. Always be searching for that, because like this is the best example I can think of in terms of what I've done. I was living in Canada for 9 months, and so I was eBaying before I went there. So I thought, okay, I'll do a little bit of eBaying while I'm here. And at that time, Blockbuster Video in Canada, they had an exclusive movie, Trailer Park Boys, the movie. It was only available for rental at Blockbuster. But of course, being Blockbuster, they had X rentals for sale. So I quickly learned that, okay, well, especially being a DVD, like I had this in the listing and all that, I'd send people the cover art and the disc inside of protection. I didn't send the case, so it was cheap mail. And I would have sold about 300 of those things around the world in that time. So that was, you know, very, very good money. I think they were like 30 or 40 bucks, because people just could not get this movie. There was no Netflix. There was no, you had to file transfer it, or you had to buy it from someone like me. So I pretty much lived off selling, you know, the girl, like I was working for Walmart for a little while, but I actually quit on the spot because that company is just, I love the stores, but to work for them, they're the devil.
Oh, you have Walmarts there?
No. This is in Canada, but
okay.
So I was working for Walmart at the time. I quit. So then most days I would go to different areas and go to 3 or 4 different Blockbusters in a day. Plus I was op shopping over there too. I love my op shopping. And I would go to these Blockbusters and hope they had the right, you know, 4 for $10 sale on them, and be like, yep, I'll take all those Trailer Park Boys, please.
Ooh.
And then actually we holidayed in Florida for a week. And I quickly learned there that at Blockbuster they had like WWE pay-per-views. They actually had a Blockbuster second disc on some of them. So it was a Blockbuster exclusive, you know, like just some other matches and things like that.
Only them.
So I bought up all of those that I could. And they're good to fit in the luggage, because all I bring back was the cover art and the 2 discs. So, you know, I brought back like probably 50 to 100 of those just by you know, taking out the cases and all that. So always look for what is in your, like people say, there's nothing in my area and all that. Find stuff that is local to you that is not, that no one else has. Like,
so for example, I don't know, did you hear me earlier? Were you were in the chat when I was talking about Willie Nelson shirts? Did you hear me talk about that?
No, I missed that.
But you know who Willie Nelson is, right?
Yeah, I've actually got a shop in my a shirt in my shop at the moment for the Willie Nelson Museum.
Okay, perfect. So there was, when coronavirus started early this year, this specific shirt that I found, and I found 45 of them, and Simon that we were talking to came on, and I don't go on Instagram that much, but I did a live on Instagram, so I have my phone, and I was like, hey guys, I'm at this thrift store, Salvation Army, and look what I found, you know. And then another friend of mine who, he comes on it, and then there was a guy, James, that was at the very beginning at the live today. He was on there, and he goes, get all of them, get them fast. And I'm like, and then somebody goes, do you know why you want to get those? And I said, well, yes, popularity, but I'm like, they want $5 each for these, you know, and that's 45 shirts. So do the math, you know. So I went, but you
that's
know,
200 and a lot.
Well, get this. They go, read the back of the shirt. And so it was I don't need to explain to you, Nate. You know, a good concert shirt, when you see it from the front to the back, there was a lineup. And it was so beautiful. Like, it's impeccable color. I got one I could show you, but long story short, if you get a chance, go on my Instagram and then find my eBay. You'll see it in the store. So I go on there, and my friend who I just did an interview, they're called the Resale Brothers. They're in my area. They're on YouTube too. They're really just new and starting. And they say, read the bottom of that. And it said something like King Brothers Sales. And I went, he goes, do you know who that is? And I said, no. He goes, they've had the rights to make Willie Nelson merchandise. They're licensed to do anything Willie Nelson merchandise since the 1970s. And I said, oh, so this is authentic. This is legit. And he said, buy every one of those. So I went to the man that was at the front, and I said, what's your name? He goes, my name is Jose. I said, Jose, nice to meet you. My name's Louie. I would like to buy every single one of these shirts. Can you give me a discount? And he kind of looks at me. He goes, how much? You know, I'm like, I don't know, maybe $2.99. And he's like, yeah. I go back and I'm grabbing them all, and I come back, and I went through my cart, and I was like, oh my goodness. And he goes, and I said, I got them all, but they're like extra large, and you know, there's a couple 2X's. Nobody's gonna buy these. I said, can I have them for $1.99? And he kind of gave me that dirty look, and he goes, yeah, that's fine. You just buy them all. You know, and I'm like, oh my god, I just made my return on my investment in 3 days on just extra large. So, and I just sold another one while we're talking. So listing them up, and like,
that's a very good example.
You know, it's
just because there's a lot in that one spot doesn't mean that there's a lot everywhere.
That was it. They went to California. They're going to Ohio. I mean, all over. One just went to Florida, and you know, granted, one guy bought it. He's a YouTuber, but he was very nice, and he bought one. He goes, "I'm going to wear the hell out of it." You know, it was 2XL. He can wear it. You know, and I said that's fine. But like you said, I was thinking. In the back, it said March 9th or whatever it was, the day. That's when coronavirus hit, and that's when he canceled. It was the concert.
Oh,
never happened.
And that's why the shirts are all.
And they list all the dates. So anybody who wanted to go to that concert,
they wanted to go to them, they couldn't. So
no, you can get a fake shirt, but you can't get the real one. So. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Guess what I'm doing? You know how old Willie Nelson is? He's like 89 years old. So I'm putting a few on the side, if you know what I mean. So.
The Kenny Rogers theory.
Well, you know, we all don't live. Yeah, the Frank brothers. Yeah. What did I call them? Did I call them something else? Yeah, but the Frank brothers resales. Yeah, and I get their last name mixed up, but yeah, I was like, when I was there, and Simon was there, he's like, whoa, what's the deal with the Frank brothers? You know, and I'm like, dude, you know, it's like, but also, I'm also from, like you said, you know, think regionally, but then think beyond, like where and who doesn't have this and who would like it, you know. Willie Nelson,
like the US is a very good example for it too, because so like you're in Texas, obviously, but
he's from this city. It's from my city. He's from my city.
But when it comes to like sports memorabilia and stuff like that, just because like if you're in Houston, when you go to your I always say op shops, but your thrift stores, you find lots of Rockets and maybe not Astros as much, but you find Texans, things like that. Just because there's so much of it in your store, you go 500 kilometers or 500 miles east, they don't have that team in the stores.
And not only that,
a lot of it doesn't mean that it's not of value to someone else.
If you can find the good stuff, even though it's saturated in that market, like you said, if you can find the saturated, but find the good ones, just try to get the good ones. You can make, you know, you can just go crazy.
And also, like, we have to think of it too in terms of, like, I've got some stuff here, like the stadium giveaways. Like, I've got stuff for like my Pirates and for my Bills and all that. So it's stuff that, you know, like the bobbleheads that were given out for people at the game or shirts or whatever. People outside of that area don't have access to it unless they want to buy it on eBay or other places and all that. So just because, you know, like it might be a week after the game where they gave away these shirts and all that, and there's like 200 sitting there that were leftovers or whatever, but there's still a value to people outside of your area. Where I used to live up north in a town called Bundaberg, and it's very, very famous for, here we go, This stuff.
I get my names mixed up. Oh, what's that?
This is the #1 selling alcohol in Australia, Bundaberg rum. And I lived in that town. I was actually thrifting like in that town. That's back when I was doing like 600 eBay auctions a week.
Show it again. Show it again. That looks good.
Oh, this is the OP rum. So this has got
it looks like Puerto Rican rum. It's very dark. Looks good. That's very
lighter fluid.
57%.
Yes. There's a stronger one that I've got over there of it. But I lived in this town, so you would go to the op shops and all that, and you'd find stuff from the distillery. So there'd be stuff from the distillery that people go there all the time and buy stuff. So you could buy it, sit on it for a couple of months, and then sell it for a lot more because people couldn't get access to it. But you go to the thrift store, you'd find the workers' shirts. You'd find, leftovers from the store that they couldn't sell. You'd find things like that were available there, and everyone's like, oh, well, that's it's Bundaberg rum stuff. We've got that everywhere, but it's collectible all over the country.
Yeah.
So you have to find what's in your city.
Like the general aspect, like alcohol and beer and stuff and brewery. People they want to collect the one of a kind, or especially like, oh, I went to Australia and I only found it there. Now they come back to the States. If you got it, sell it. You're gonna make bank. If you can find that category of niche, it's always Oh, I got a good one to show. I found this. This is very old, but here's the thing. It's not. I don't think it's the same Jameson, but it's like when I found this. Let me put myself on large a little bit. Let me see. And I'll put the light on a little bit more. It's a very antique one.
Is that the date at the top?
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. It's got the date at the. I think it has. Yeah, somebody wrote the. You see the date?
Yeah.
Look at that. 1938. This is back the way they did it. It was kind of their stamp.
That was before they knocked off for the day for Christmas. So that's pretty cool.
So yeah, look, it's still got a little bit of the stuff at the bottom. It dried out. Somebody didn't drink it all. But I love this right here. Just looking at this this old stamp. Still the tax stamp, as they call it. But I try to find one with this. There was different Jamesons, but here's a story. There is so many Jameson. This is William Jameson, but like then there's these other ones that are like more modern day. There's no Williams. I couldn't find any William. Let me how to exit. Okay, there we go. So, but I found this old vintage glass I like. I've had this for ages. It's just, it's like a pheasant thing. But I just put it on top, and I'm just going to sell it like that. And kind of somebody who's into alcohol collections and stuff, things like that. You just kind of have fun with it and just,
Yeah, the problem with like Bundaberg rum, they realized I think they got a different general manager in a few years ago, and they sort of realized that their collectability was quite high.
Oh, you got
like everything new they'd release, I'd buy. And then I got a mortgage, so I stopped. But like all the time, they would constantly be releasing stuff, so it sort of saturated the market a little bit. But this is another example of the sort of stuff that they brought out. So if you see there, it's got
bigger.
This is like a full-on lunchbox sort of deal. So there's a big Bundaberg rum on it, and this thing's like
wow.
It's like a proper
wow.
This was to celebrate their 125th anniversary.
Those are worth a lot, like if you can hold them long enough. But trying to keep up.
Oh yeah, all the stuff I got is worth a lot.
Yeah.
I used to have it all out on display, but I sort of got a little bit sick of it.
Good night, Emily. Thank you. Have a good night. I probably.
Good night, Emily. Yeah, let me go do some work.
Let me leave you alone. Yeah. Quit distracting yourself with me so much. I didn't list either, so I can't, What's funny is
all right. Like I always pick up these opportunities because like everyone else, we're trying to grow our YouTube. We're trying to get a little bit more of a following and all that. So if I can put myself out there and let people see the person behind, like it's one thing to be in videos and all that, but people don't sort of get a feel for who you are and our story and all that. So I think that we offer something a little bit more unique and
exactly.
And
it strengthens
people can
their
watch for a
community.
various number of reasons, but you know, we try to keep it entertaining and we try to have fun with, you know, like, yes, there are people that just like sold this, I sold this, I sold this, I made this much money, see ya. And
Like,
people
you
like
know,
that. People like seeing the numbers and they like seeing the reality, but sometimes I like to have fun with it. And you
yeah,
know,
I mean,
sometimes
you
I'll
want to do one thing. It's one thing when you go on YouTube and you're like saying, you know, I did this, I did this, I did this, but like you listen to me tell the story about Willie Nelson and how I found those shirts and what was the significant, you know, people, we all have our stories, you know, but being able to share it like this is a little different, you know, and I think that's where I think the connections become more of experiences. You know what I mean? It's like meeting, like when you're on your travels and you had a really nice conversation with somebody at a bar or a restaurant or just on the streets, you know, and meeting them. You remember those because it's a more intimate conversation. So.
In a chat last night, I told the story quickly in text, like, you know, I was in the viewers watching it and all that. But yesterday, my wife and I, we just went. It was her day off, so we took the dogs for a walk and all that. Then we went to one op shop, and as I was sort of crossing the road to walk in there, there's one guy that I see all the time at the op shop. So he's like my main competition. But I think he's just a collector, but he lives locally. He was walking out and a few books and all that, but at the bottom was a vintage Knight Rider board game.
No way.
And I'm like, oh, awesome! Fine. Like, you got to celebrate. You've missed out. Okay, it happens. So I just said, oh mate, awesome, fine. And he's like, yeah, it was $1. I'm like, oh.
But you know what? We have this inherent desire in us. We need to share, but it's not necessarily a brag. It's just that, you know, you know this, Nate. Sometimes your mate or your friends, they don't want to hear it, like your family. Like, oh, that's nice, but you're like, no, you don't understand. I found another $1, you know, and they're like, well, that's.
You got to find your audience. You got to find the people that care. Like my garage sale last week that I went to, and I found. Oh, yep.
I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say sometimes we don't even want to hear it from each other, but we're like politely. We're excited, but we are excited for each other. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were gonna say something.
Oh, but it gives us hope. Like each time you see these awesome finds and all that, you know they're out there. That's each story you hear is hope that there's these. Because like in my video from the garage sales on the weekend, like I'm driving away from this garage sale saying this happens to other people, not me. But I went to this garage sale and like in the video, I've got the GoPro on and all that. And I'm looking around and it's like, they're like, oh, didn't you unpack that box of games? And I'm like, games? And I'm like looking over and all that. And there's this dusty old box that's got 2 old Xbox systems, 6 games, this massive steering wheel thing you plug in, you know, controllers, everything in there and all that. And I'm like, oh, how much to not unpack the box? I'll just take it all. $10.
$10?
$10. And I've checked both systems. They all work perfectly and all that. Not a monster fine, but at the same time, that's the stuff that, you know, like $10. And then I went to another garage sale and then I came back because they both opened at the same time and I wanted to hit them both up quickly. So I drove past and I thought, oh, I'll have a quick look in there and have a deeper look. In the meantime, they put out a $50 lot of Wii stuff.
Oh my God.
So I walk into the garage sale, you just see me go, that wasn't there before. How much? $50. Sold. And then I've already done a video of that where I traded it all in for $150. So
I can't believe that. That's crazy.
So it was just
let me just say hi real quick. Hey Harry, good to see you, man. He's like, you know, it's good to see you. I got Maggie back in here, and Swamp Picker came in a little while ago. If you guys don't know, you guys subscribe to each other real quick. I got Nate on. You guys subscribe to Nate, the Drifter. He's an awesome guy here. I'm probably gonna stay on just for about a few more minutes. But Nate, can I tell you something real quick? I'm going to put a link down in the chat. If you get a chance, if you're going to be up for a little bit, just pop on and see who I'm talking about. This is a UK channel. She came back. Unfortunately, her dad just passed away, but I'm posting it right now. She comes on a lot. She has a channel called Big Girls Really Do Cry.
Big Girls, I've seen that one.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. And go over there. If you guys do go over there, be sensitive. You know, give your condolences because her dad passed away, and I feel real, you know.
I just dropped me in there too.
Oh, good. Well, I probably
feel people's pain when it comes to that because so I know you're going to go in a few minutes and all that, but it was 2 years ago now. Yeah. I had a pretty crap week where on the 7th of March, my father passed away after he battled a lot of illnesses and all that. 5 days later, it was my birthday, so I was out to lunch with my wife and about to head up to my dad's funeral and all that. His mother died.
What?
So 5 days apart, they died. So that was, in terms of weeks, that was a pretty shitty week. So I empathize with anyone who's going through that like that. Yeah, that was not a good time.
Never. It's never a good time, you know.
I had a really good streak, and then that 1 year we lost our elderly neighbor, who the wife since moved, but our nice elderly neighbor who he helped us a lot with, learning. We were the rookies that moved next door. They had no idea what we're doing. We still don't, but he used to help us a lot. And I lost a cousin from cancer, and then I lost my mother, my father, and my grandmother, all within like 6 months of each other. And it was like I was on a really good. So I hadn't been to a funeral in like 10 years, and then all of a sudden it was just crazy. It builds up. It's inevitable.
Well, yeah, I remember because I dealt with that. It's been about 16 years now. I can't believe it's been that long. My dad passed away, and I remember all the drama. And it was just 2 years before that I was in New York dealing with 9/11, and and a new daughter coming into this world, and it was always this double-edged sword. It was always this bitter and sweet. It's like, you have a lot to be grateful for, but at the same time, like, what's going on? Things, the things that happen in our life that shake us up. You know what I mean? And I remember smelling the fumes, watching this building going down, this and that, thinking, I never want to bring a child into this world. And then the next year, my daughter was born. It was kind of weird and bizarre, And it's like,
being an Australian, I was watching TV that night and flipped over channels and all that, and it's like, oh, what's this crazy thing going on? But I'd sort of we knew the Empire State Building, but the Twin Towers weren't sort of a thing known to us as much. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I was like, and then when the second plane hit, I'm like waking up everyone in the house going, okay, there is some shit going on in the world right now, and you really need to be watching this. This is like stuff that will define our lives. This is massive. So yeah, we're all sitting up for hours, and then I remember work the next day. Like we're all working as zombies and all that, and every 15 minutes I'd have an update on the radio going through, the tallies and more information and all that. That was an eye-opening day in world history, because it was like, I think it was about 11:30 at night that it happened. So it was sort of like we had to sort of wake up from the zombie state, and everyone at work, you could tell, like when something massive had happened in the world, that any customers that came in, any other workers and all that, it was just like the car accident, like shock, that everyone was just like still going about their day, but like what the hell is going on in the world?
Wow.
But we bounced back. The world bounced back.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah. Big Girls Don't Cry. She's actually in the chat right now.
Who came in here?
Oh no, like the one you're saying. I went to her channel, and she's live right now too.
No, that's why I was mentioning her. She's on right now. I'm gonna probably go ahead and take off here, Nate. I'm gonna go and say hi to her because she has not been on in about a month. She took some time off to deal with her grief with her father and stuff. But hey, let me just say this.
I always start off with a g'day, so people know that I'm from Australia. Makes it nice and easy. G'day.
Hey, mate.
But, you're yeah. It's a real country. We do exist.
You guys, you got to remember, down under, it's not all movies and whatnot. But hey, thank you for popping on. Because I'm glad we met before. And
10 o'clock now, so I can start my day and go photograph a couple of dozen pairs of jeans.
You don't need to. Yeah, you don't need any more Texas distractions here.
I'm out in the lounge room is where I for jeans pictures, I actually put them on the nice wooden floor and use natural light, whereas the other stuff I use the studio lights. So I put on the TV.
This is the best time, for you.
Yeah.
I love it when you get to use a natural light. No, serious, I'm with you. But listen, I wanted to tell you,
jeans just don't photograph well in fake light to me. I think they look so much better in natural light.
Well, you get all the nice details and stuff. Speaking of details, thank you for sharing your details, like with your journey and your dad and your mom and stuff like that. It was good to meet you.
Yeah. Oh, nice to. Yeah, I like finding these lives and all that because it means I don't have to do the work. I can just be on YouTube and someone else is having to press all the buttons and all that. Sucker.
I'll keep it. You're on You're on Instagram, right?
I've just sort of started a little bit on it, so
All right, reach out to me and say hi, so I'll remember which one you are. Okay. All right. I'm gonna end it here, you guys. Nate, it was good talking to you. You guys, everybody in the chat, you guys subscribe to each other. It was fun hanging out. It was more I forget what Eric OBX Picker calls it. There's listing and then there's loafing. Today we did a little loafing, and that's good too. All right, I'm gonna end it here. It was good talking to you guys. You guys, everybody have a good night. I'll see you in the next live. Take care. Bye.